I'm a fish boy who skates for Team X Blades with a leprechaun who plays basketball. Come to my smart house, meet my alien sister. Don't come hungry because I'll bet my mom can't cook.
Hello and welcome to Mum Can't Cook, a Decom podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Luke Westaway.
And I'm the other host, Andy Farron. Hey, welcome to the podcast. Sorry I'm late, Luke. I've been run ragged this week. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah, you'll be pretty late getting to the start.
Sorry. I was
about to fly off the handle.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's this HOA. You remember we did the episode on Haul Out the Halloween?
Yes, that's right.
And all of our listeners, we have millions and millions of listeners.
Yes.
Everyone who listened to that thought that HOAs was a good idea, and now HOAs have been adopted all over England.
Yes, they have. It's really spread like wildfire. So I mean, have you been having trouble with your HOA?
Yeah, oh my God, such trouble. They've got really overbearing with the Christmas stuff. The president of the HOA, he's just sort of gone mad with power. He was asking me to put up lights on the outside of my house, so I was doing that. I had to get some gifts for the toy drive. Yeah. There was a caroling event I had to go to. I had to make a bunch of mince pies from scratch.
Gosh.
They've really been running me ragged. Oh, hang on. I just had another email.
Oh boy,
from the president of the HOA.
What's it going to be?
What is it this time?
Snowman tableau or something, I expect.
Yeah, probably something like that. He wants us to find him a bride.
Oh.
She should be in fine health and pleasing to mine eye, it says. Okay.
Right, has he written mine eye?
Yes, written pleasing to mine eye, yes.
Okay.
She should be from one of the great Christmas HOA families to create a dynastic merging that our offspring Okay, I'm not reading this. But,
okay. Oh my God.
It seems I have to search Europe to discover a bride for him.
Well, Andy, I have a confession.
What? What is it?
I am the head of your HOA. The message came from me.
What? You're L. Westaway?
I'm L. Westaway, that's right. I charge the HOA member, Andy. Travel Europe. Find the greatest HOA families.
Okay, well, I've got to do this podcast first, but I'll get right on it after that.
All right. Okay. It's on the turn already, I expect.
Yes, well, that's the problem with the crowned heads of Europe, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Right. Haul out the holly. Hot holly. This is the first film.
Oh, I thought you were going to say this is the most objectionable film I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. Yeah, no, it is. It is. It's like, it's interesting because, of course, you'll remember, listener, a few months ago, we covered Haul Out the Halloween, which was new for 2025. But it was actually the third in a trilogy of films. The first one being Haul Out the Holly, and then the second one being, what's it called? Haul Out the Holly, Get Lit MFs or something like that?
Yeah, that's it. No, it's Haul Out the Holly Lit Up is the second
Lit
one.
Up.
Yeah.
Right, okay, yeah.
And I sort of saw that on Netflix with a kind of like grim knowledge that someday I'll have to watch it.
Yeah, you will. I really assumed that Haul Out the Holly was going to be more normal, a more normal rom-com, because, of course, we were watching the third film before. You would expect the third film to be kind of off the rails. Like, imagine if you watched the new Jurassic World Rebirth or something.
Sure.
And you were like, well, this is totally bananas. And then I was like, okay, well, now I'll show you Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park would seem fairly normal in comparison. You'd be like, okay, I think I see how they got from A to B here.
Yeah, well, I assume you're familiar with the concept of Flanderization of characters, right? So you watch season 1 of Friends and Joey's just like a regular guy. Yeah. You watch season 10 of Friends and he's like a moron who can't put his shoes on the right feet.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, characters sort of change as they go on and they kind of amplify characteristics that audiences respond to. So I'm like, I watched the third Haul Out the Holly film and Jared Farnsworth is an officious who should be maimed with a shovel. And I'm like, well, surely in the first one, he's not like that. He's just a little bit officious, and they've sort of amped that up for the sequel. But in many ways, he's worse in this one.
Well, what I would say for Haul Out the Halloween is that it doesn't feature a plot or subplot, you might say, which is all about finding Jared a wife. The whole neighborhood working together to lure a woman towards him.
Yeah, lure a woman to their small town. I think the closest comparison this film has is something like Midsommar.
Sure,
where
yes.
she's being sort of like called back to a sort of ancestral home that has a much darker purpose for her than she thinks on the surface.
It does, yeah. A few people have emailed in who've watched this already and have noted similar things. That yeah, it's like it's got this incredibly sinister undertone because Lacey Chabert's character Emily just thinks that she's going home to visit her parents, but her parents and indeed the entire neighbourhood kind of have this sort of sinister plan to ruin her life.
I think Rosemary's Baby is another good sort of comparison point.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Wicker Man, it's like she's lured to Summer Isle.
This is kind of like Utah folk horror, I guess.
Yeah.
This is what it's like. This is the folk horror you get in Utah.
It's horrifying to me, so I would call it effective.
It's one of those films like we've talked about them before, like the Jenny Project, where you just swap the score. It's a horror film.
Yeah.
100%.
All it needs is like a few sort of slow zooms on Jared's face.
Yeah.
Or like you could change nothing, but add in at around the 35-minute mark a shot of Jared staring into the mirror totally silently.
Totally
nude. Totally nude. And there's just a slow zoom on his reflection and he doesn't blink. And just put that into the film, and if you do that, the rest of the film will make perfect sense.
Yeah.
It will, snap into focus.
It should be a pretty breezy recap, because my notes are just Jared does something objectionable. There is some weak comedy from Ned Broadhead next scene. So that's basically it. Okay, let's crack into it. Let's listen to the trailer, and you can make up your own minds, listener. Actually, don't do that. Listen to the trailer and then we'll tell you what to think. We'll tell you what to think of Haul Out the Holly.
There's your citation.
For what?
No lawn display.
For insufficient Christmas decor.
Your nutcracker needs to be 36 inches from chute to chapeau.
Don't have to do any of this.
Attention all available units. Operation Deck the Halls is a go.
Pick up the pace, you lollygaggers!
Mount up!
Move, 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 move! I love Christmas!
Haul Out the Holly on Hallmark.
Okay, before we begin the recap, let me read you a 5-star review, Andy.
Yes, please.
I once made the mistake of listening to this podcast while I was lifting weights, writes this reviewer. In the middle of a set, Luke cracked a joke about the true meaning of the radio station call sign WAWAP, I don't remember that took me completely off guard.
I do.
And nearly made me drop a rather heavy dumbbell on myself. Truth be told, having my skull crushed because of Luke's unexpectedly crude mind is not the way I'd like to go. Thank you for the 5-star review. Please leave more of them. They probably help algorithmically and such, and we might read them out.
Yeah, it's impossible to know, but maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Apple, Spotify, wherever you can see a star rating, give us a 5-star review, and we'll try and read it out. Let us know how Mum Can't Cook has negatively affected your life. Right.
Speaking of ways Mum Can't Cook has negatively affected my life, Haul Out the Holly. We open on Evergreen Lane.
The worst neighbourhood.
We know it from Haul Out the Halloween, only now it is blanketed in snow.
Ugh. We get voiceover from Lacey Chabert, a.k.a. Emily. I grew up in a very special place, she says. Every year, the neighbourhood was transformed into a winter wonderland, brackets doubt, and my parents started it all.
What, Christmas?
And it started Christmas, and my parents got Mary pregnant.
My parents, Jesus Christ, and his wife started Christmas.
And his wife, Mrs. Jesus.
So yeah, we get a flashback to the early 80s. Young Emily is asleep. There is a small Christmas tree in her room. Brackets insane.
Yes.
It's Christmas, she says, and leaps from her bed. Wake up, Mum and Dad. They're already out of bed. They're not there. Yep. Guess I'll open all the presents by myself, says little Emily. I hope Santa came. And she goes downstairs. He came! There's presents all under the tree.
Hooray! She goes to open one, she still hasn't seen her parents, and then suddenly, bam! They're there. Not so fast, they say in perfect unison with the contorted Richter's grins of HOA leaders.
Yeah,
we have a lot to do.
Like a Junji Ito drawing.
Yes, exactly.
Mouth forms a rictus of horror.
Yeah, we have a lot to do before the carnival, Mum and Dad say. Emily looks really upset. She says, but what about Christmas? The Christmas carnival is Christmas, say her parents, who are going to be the goodies in this film. Mum and Dad tell little Emily, their only child, not to pout. It's their duty to make the carnival perfect. Emily pleads, could I please just open just one? And her parents exchange a look and say, oh, all right then, you can open one, all right. And Emily gets to open one present.
Yep.
The gift is a camera.
Yes, now you have to be the official photographer of our Christmas carnival, says Dad. For fun or duty, says Emily. No reason it can't be both, say these good parents.
Yes.
Wrap yourself up warm, it's cold outside, they say, and then leave.
Mm-hmm. And her parents sprint away. I keep expecting this opening to like smash cut to Emily modern day in therapy or in court, like giving a testimony. And this, Your Honour, is why I can't stop killing.
So why did you kill your parents with a hammer? Well, it all started.
It all started,
on Christmas Day when I was 8. Yeah.
Then the judge would be like, yeah, I'm going to throw this case out.
Yeah.
I think you did the right thing.
Yeah. Also, I'm going to give you a load of money to make up for this.
Yeah, judges can do that.
Yeah, they can. Yeah. So she says, my parents tried their best to instill their Christmas spirit into me. I've just written yikes. Outside, she sits on the steps and up walks a young Jared Farnsworth, singing at the top of his little lungs that song about Santa Claus. You know, the up on the rooftop, reindeer, pause that one.
He's grinning like a haunted doll.
I was going to say he looks like a jump scare vision you'd get of a child who died 10 Christmases ago. But yeah, same vibe.
Yeah, but of course the real jump scare is that Jared lives yet.
He got the entire Frank Gehry Lego collection for Christmas because obviously we know in the future he becomes an architect. It's not really the sort of stuff that Lego was doing in the late 80s, early 90s, but fine, whatever.
No, I think it was more like, here's a spaceship.
Yeah, here's a pirate.
Yeah, she shows Jared her camera and they take a selfie together, but Emily is sad. She says that she's being made to use it to take photos of everyone at the carnival.
Yeah.
And her parents are nowhere in sight. And Jared says, that sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Can I help?
She says, sure, you can help. The picture comes out, it's of them together. Can I have this? Says Jared.
Yeah.
I guess, says Emily, and he puts it in his mouth and chews it.
Puts it in his mouth, lets it slowly dissolve into his bloodstream. And becomes the Joker.
You know, this is the point at which you realise he hasn't blinked this entire scene.
We get back to the voiceover. It's Emily. She's asking, is Christmas just the longest to-do list, or is all that work actually fun? Now, the film would have you believe that answering this question is the movie's central thesis.
Yes.
It isn't.
No.
And the movie isn't really going to dig into this question at all. And when it does dig into it, it's maddeningly sort of off kilter.
Yeah.
But that's what we're supposed to be sort of tracking in our mind. Is Christmas just the longest to-do list?
It'll come to the conclusion at the end that both are true, but will not show you that through the events that it depicts. It will tell you that that's true, but it will show you the opposite.
Yes. We spoke about this with like Haul Out the Halloween, which I guess was like a Halloween film, but like the spirit, the genuine true like IRL spirit of the season is nowhere to be seen in this film. It's like, it is the most anodyne, sort of sterile, like it's horrible. Like it's just, this whole movie is just such bad, it's like acid vibes. It's so unpleasant. And
it's a sort of like, all of it is like a simulacrum of holiday cheer.
Yes.
That people are being forced to participate in.
Yes.
And the fact that everyone is being forced to participate in, which they repeat over and over again, just, I don't know, it makes the whole thing feel kind of, I've attempted several times in my notes to describe the way it makes me feel, and I generally come down on like oily, queasy, greasy words like that, because it just feels like, it's horrible.
It's like if you told ChatGPT, be happy it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And like the sort of things it would spout out. If you were then like, ha 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 ha, good Christmas, cheer is real. Here is real Christmas. Like the whole thing is so insipid. Ugh. Anyway, we cut to modern day.
We see Emily carrying armfuls of wrapped presents. She walks into some sort of big city apartment building, comes into her big city apartment to find a big city man named Dan playing some kind of archery murder game on an Oculus Rift.
Yeah, he's doing like multiplayer VR. My note is, I don't know when VR became cinematic shorthand for video games, but it's annoying because like you see it all the time now, don't you? It's like, oh, here's a gamer and they've got like the headset on and they're swiveling around.
But you've got to consider, think of the video games we've seen shown in actual decoms. It's like a green blob moving around. It's never convincing. So if you just have someone put on a headset, you don't have to show the game in that instance. You don't have to license a real game and you don't have to go to the graphics chaps and
You know
say,
what?
hey,
it's
work
all
me up a
starting to
video
make
game.
sense, actually.
Yeah.
I can see why they're doing it. So Emily says that she thought that Dan would be at work. He explains that his work is teabagging noobs in Warzone.
He's definitely miming archery. And while he's having this conversation, he's miming firing arrows into something on the ground. So I think he's like executing goblins with a bow.
Captive goblins.
Yeah, right.
Enemy goblins.
He's committing war crimes in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. He says that he took a personal day because he finds Christmas to be stressful. To Emily's horror, he actually gets a look at the stack of presents. She wanted it all to be a surprise. Weirdly, they're all presents that she's got for him, but the wrapping of each present is different. What kind of maniac wraps each present in different wrapping paper?
She's got him like 20 presents.
Yeah.
And has bought 20 different rolls of wrapping paper to wrap all of those.
Now, the film wants us to believe that Dan is in the wrong here.
Yeah, that Dan is history's greatest monster.
Yeah, he sort of looks at the pile of presents, it's sort of wrapped in separate wrapping paper, and there are 20 of them, and nervously asks if they're all for him. And Emily says, oh, yes, but don't feel obligated to go crazy on me. It seems like Dan isn't planning on it, and they start lovelessly bickering.
He's not big into presents, he says. We learned that she got mad at him for not getting her anything for her birthday, and then she dumps him for not getting her any Christmas presents.
Yeah.
Dan is quite laid back about this whole thing, I think, because he's realised that within Emily's mind is a sort of HOA weirdo that's starting to hatch, and he's like, I'm better off out of this.
Yeah, exactly. Like, last year you bought me a new watch, remember? It was a single present. You wrapped it in, like, normally.
In the paper that we used for everyone else's presents.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, don't feel the need to go crazy on me this year. These 20 presents are a surprise. And they're all the presents in these movies are just obviously like empty boxes. They're all like
have no weight to them. Yeah,
they've got no weight to them, and they're all just like rectangles. There's never no one's like wrapped any clothes or anything. It's just, it all looks so appallingly fake at all times.
Yeah.
But anyway,
with shaking hands, Dan undoes the bright paper on the nearest box. He opens the cardboard flaps. Inside is the head of his best friend Ben.
Yeah.
You were spending too much time with Ben. There was no time for Christmas, says Emily.
Open the next one. It's a refrigerated vial of Jared's semen.
Who's Jared, you ask? My childhood best friend. We haven't introduced him into the current timeline yet.
Okay, so Emily says that the last year Dan just seemed to have stopped trying in their relationship and he's a total dirtbag, etc. Emily tries to kick him out, but there is a twist to their living situation.
Okay, that's it. I think you should move out.
What? No, I'm gonna stay.
What do you mean, no? No, I found this apartment. I put the entire security deposit down myself.
Technically, that's true. But you remember that family reunion that you had last summer that I didn't want to go to?
Yeah, no, I'm still upset that you bailed on me for that. I mean, my Aunt Monica doesn't even think you exist.
That's a fair complaint. But my point is this. You may recall that it was the same week we had to renew the lease. And so technically, my name is the only one on any of that paperwork now.
You wouldn't.
I thought I was helping you out. Okay, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So she's furious at him just because the lease is in his name, because he's the one that signed it, because he was there and she had left town for some reason. Like a real dirtbag, he'd signed the paperwork required to give them a house to live in.
History's greatest villain. Yeah. So later on, she Skypes Mom and Dad. Dad is off camera punching the air with glee that she's kicked Dan to the curb. They tell her that she should come home for Christmas. I can't handle an Evergreen Lane Christmas, she says, fully aware that she will die probably in the middle of a Wicker Man or something.
Yeah, she'll be like strung with lights and have a sort of star rammed through her head and be mounted in Evergreen Square.
Yes. Her plan is just to go somewhere warm. Dad starts losing his mind off camera.
No, that can't happen. He's like screaming silently at his wife.
Cannot happen. No. So Mum, who's on camera, is like, oh, no, we really would like you home. They're sort of laughing nervously, and Emily knows that something's up and that they're hiding something. Yeah. But Mum just sort of bluffs it out.
The start of Jordan Peele's Get Out as well. That's this sort of vibe.
Oh, yes, it is, yeah. So Emily agrees to come home against her better judgment. Just do me one favour, she says. Don't pressure me too much to do all the Christmas activities. Of course not, Mum lies like a snake. But she's told that she can't come home until tomorrow, which is a bit suspect.
Yeah.
And
she's
okay.
like, I'm going to finish packing and then I can probably be down there by dinner time. And then Dad's like, no, tomorrow, silently screaming it at Mum. She's like, oh yeah, we've got plans tonight. Come down in the morning. And she's like, okay, I'll just lock the door and make Dan sleep on the couch while he plays his virtual ogre fighting game on the Oculus.
It's probably not virtual ogre fighting, Emily. Would it kill you to show a passing interest in Dan's hobbies?
She does not give a
virtual ogre fighting.
Yeah, no, she's the good one in this relationship.
Yeah.
His interests are bad.
So as Mom closes the laptop, she looks to Dad. Are you sure this is a good idea? She says, this may be our only hope, he says. And immediately, from nowhere, like the way like a video game character will produce a large item out of sort of thin air.
Out of thin air, yeah.
Yeah, out comes a candy cane striped walkie-talkie. Alpha Niner to Kris Kringle. We have a code red and green, he says, and I audibly groan as the HOA BS begins in earnest.
Begins in anger.
Yeah.
All units assemble over. We cut to Emily driving. She calls her friend Jess. She says, hey, I'm coming home. Call me or just come on by whenever. She drives into the road. We see Ned Broadhead and popular character Pamela putting up decorations.
Yeah.
Emily drives in and is waved in officiously by Ned Broadhead, who is using light up batons like a plane marshal.
Yeah, like he's landing a plane.
Yeah.
If you didn't listen to the Haul Out the Halloween episode, just to let you know, or just a reminder if you did, that this neighbourhood is unbelievably well-to-do. It is like gigantic mansions in a spotless suburban neighbourhood. The houses in real life are all like sort of $2 million properties.
Yeah, I found the actual streets where they filmed it on Zillow. They're all like $2.5 million houses, upwards of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone sort of watches her from their gardens as she drives in.
Yeah.
In a really sinister way.
Yeah.
Bob and Mary Louise, the elderly couple from Haul Out the Halloween, see her drive past. Here she is, they hiss, right on schedule. She doesn't have any idea, does she? Says Bob. Not a clue, says Mary Louise. Buckle up.
Seems like the neighbours are planning to cook and eat Emily. So she pulls up at her parents' house and sees Mum and Dad at the door, dressed in tropical Christmas short sleeves.
Yeah.
This is odd. This isn't what they would normally be wearing.
No.
And we smash cut to inside the house. You're moving to Florida? Shouts Emily. I don't know why they dressed like this to break the news. They're not in Florida now.
They're wearing the Lisa Simpson's Florida costume from that episode of The Simpsons.
I'm not a state, I'm a monster.
We're off to Florida. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're moving to Florida as soon as they can find a place. And she's like, you mean online or? And then she hears a car honking outside. That must be our car to the airport, says Mom. You're literally leaving today, says Emily. Yeah, see you later, idiot. Flight leaves in 3 hours.
Yeah.
They're sort of bundling themselves into a car.
We'll be back by New Year's, they say. Everything the parents say to Emily is a lie.
For unclear purposes.
Yes, and the neighbours will be so happy to see you, they say. Emily begs. She says, well, how about this? I'll come with you. My note is, that sounds lovely. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to Florida over Christmas to look at houses, and your grown daughter, who you presumably don't get to see as much as you'd like, it's like, oh, well, I'll come with you. Doesn't that sound nice?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound good? Doesn't that sound like a lovely way to spend a week?
Right. They say, no, we want you to be here. Take time to get over the breakup. Where better than here at home? And she says, it's not home without you. You guys created the HOA rules for Christmas. You can't just move to Florida and leave everything behind. And then Dad's face hardens. Florida is the place that needs us the most. Some lucky HOA has a hurricane of Christmas heading their way, he says.
They explain that it would mean so much to them to know that Emily is watching the house, and Emily has little choice but to agree. And as her parents sort of like back slowly into the cab, she says, oh, by the way, where are the decorations? In the garage. We got a late start. Bye, say Mum and Dad, and just sort of nope out.
Yeah. As they leave, Dad throws her his set of keys, which has a Christmas tree key ring. The car drives off. Ned Broadhead revs a chainsaw at her and asks if she wants to ride the lightning, which is somehow the least sinister interaction she's had since arriving on the street.
Yeah. She says no. So, I mean, okay. It won't surprise you long-time listeners to the podcast to know that none of what Mum and Dad are doing here is going to become clear. I mean, I think what Mum and Dad want is for Emily to become betrothed to Jared.
I think what Mum and Dad want is, you know, like the scene in Rosemary's Baby where she's impregnated by Satan. They want to set up that kind of scenario.
But like, it's the only explanation, and and they are gonna we are gonna dig into this a bit more. This sort of like the arranged marriage of Jared and his bride, who he is sort of brought to the neighborhood, lured in under false pretenses. But like when she says, "Well, I'll come to Florida with you," and they're like, "Oh no.
That won't
no, if that were to happen, you need to be in sort of Jared's sphere of influence so that he can read the seduction script we've written for him."
Based on our intimate knowledge of everything you like and dislike.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to understand why the parents have to be physically apart from her at this point. Are they worried that if they're there, their parental instincts to protect their daughter will kick in and they'll stop it all happening?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, yeah.
Because if so, that's pretty dark.
My God, this is so grim. Why couldn't she come home the night before? Okay, the film does not make this clear, but I have a theory.
Okay.
Is it that they had decorated for Christmas and were like fully Christmased, but then when Emily said that she would come home, they saw their chance and he's like, okay, get on the walkie-talkie and now we're going to put all the Christmas decorations down. Because he does actually say, Dad says to Mum after the Skype call, get the tree, right?
Oh, okay.
And I was like, get the tree for what? But so I think if they are basically stripping the house of Christmas so that when Emily gets here, they can be like, oh, we haven't decorated for Christmas.
Now you have to do it and learn that it's good, actually.
Now you have to do it and interact a lot with Jared, who's going to be there sort of measuring everything and pressing against everything.
That makes sense. And I think shouldn't be the sort of thing that you should have to fan theory into existence, because it should be in the film.
The film is not clear. Yeah, but I think that's what's happening. I think that must be what's happening.
Yeah.
Anyway,
later there's a knock at the door. At the door, it's Jared and Farnsworth.
Oh yeah, cinema's greatest villain.
They do some extremely awful flirting. Are you Emily? He says. You do have her unforgettable smile. But the Emily Melrose I know would be, and then he produces a tape measure, 5'7", 5'8" by now. She says, oh, I recognize the freckles and the, quote, steel blue eyes.
Yeah.
But the Jared Farnsworth I remember had legs that were as skinny as his arms, so you can't be him. Flirting effortlessly conducted, Jared welcomes her home and they hug.
Yeah. So he reveals that he now lives in the neighborhood. Emily's baffled. She says, how do you live amongst these insane HOA monsters? Little does she know.
You have got to tell me the truth. How do you do it?
How do I do what?
How do you deal with everyone, including my parents, being so over the top with the whole Christmas thing? Oh. I mean, everyone is just so gung-ho with the decorations and the activities, and the HOA is so strict.
To be honest, I love it. And your dad has been such a mentor to me for my first year in office.
Wait, office?
And I promise I'm not going to let it go to my head. But as a newly elected president of the HOA, I want to formally invite you to the kickoff to the Christmas countdown.
Is that the overly massive tree lighting ceremony? Really? When's that?
Tonight.
Oh. It's a little late in the season to be lighting the tree, isn't it? I mean, Christmas is in a week.
Rest assured I have my reasons. Scheduling this many board members is no easy feat. In fact, I still don't know how your dad did it with such perfect balance. So.
Emily also asks how Jared knows that she was here, and he says, that's the Evergreen Way. All eyes have been on you since you passed the point of the mountain. Okay, says Emily, visibly shaken.
Past the point of the mountain? That is some, that is not a real geographical location, is it? That is a term that is written in medieval script.
Skin.
Yeah. Oh, you have passed the point of the mountain. Maybe passing the point of the mountain is a height thing, and that's why he was measuring her.
Yeah.
And it's like,
she's tall enough to be a bride.
Tall enough to be an HOA bride for Jared. For my princeling son, Jared. He can't talk to people normally. and he can only become sexually aroused by HOA citations. So we're going to have to help him along. The whole neighborhood will have to come together. So Jared wants a wife.
To lure this woman. She is of the Melrose family, the finest HOA Christmas family there is.
Yes.
This will create the greatest Christmas dynasty that Europe has ever seen.
Good Christmas stock.
Yes. You'll have many fine heirs.
And of course, we'll keep the bloodline very pure.
Oh my God, I hate this so much. Jess turns up, her friend, luckily, to interrupt this awful scene. Jess says that she's surprised to see Jared, and then Jared, sensing an opportunity to manipulate Emily, says, Emily just told me that you won't be able to attend the Christmas tree lighting. Jess has a young daughter with her. I want to go, says the daughter. So do I, says Jess. Jared smiles smugly. His plan has worked. Now Emily will be forced to go to the tree lighting and spend time with him, something that she doesn't want to do.
Yeah. The way I've written it is Jared grins like a little lord who just found his way into the custard creams.
Checkmate.
Jess is top lip covered in buttermilk.
Seems as if you will be attending the tree lighting after all.
Tree lighting. Before leaving, he writes something up on a clipboard he's carrying and passes it to Emily. It's a citation, the first of many. He's written her up for insufficient Christmas decor. Read the warning, he says cheerfully. Violations can be paid via cash, cheque or card. So just to make absolutely clear that they are literally like fining her, fining her real money for this.
You get a brief glimpse of Jared's citation pad here.
Yes.
There are 10 different violation types. I will now read them to you.
Yes, please.
Distasteful colour schemes, insufficient decor and display, nutcracker height ordinance, worn and dilapidated display, wrong holiday, brackets, exclamation mark, out of season music, anti-Christmas cheer and enthusiasm, unploughed driveway or sidewalk, citation defacement, other. See notes below. I love the idea of a citation for wrong holiday. What's all this Easter stuff doing out here?
Yeah.
I'm going to write you up.
Wrong holiday.
So funny.
And this particular warning is for item 2, insufficient decor and display. And in the notes section, Jared has written, please decorate to code ASAP! Exclamation mark. And the exclamation mark has a smiley face in the dot.
So I'm now convinced that what you said is true, is what's happening, because there's no way the insane Christmas head of the insane Christmas HOA wouldn't have decorated by this point in the season.
Yes,
so
the fact that he says, get the tree, means that, like, they have decorated.
Yeah. So what has happened here is that her parents, on hearing that she broke up with her boyfriend, removed all the Christmas decorations from their house, tricked her into coming home, flew to Florida to leave her alone with Jared Farnsworth, who is now issuing her fines for not having decorated their house, which all the decorations were taken down from.
And Jared, surely part of the plan was like, okay, everyone in the neighborhood, help us remove all the Christmas decorations, but then everyone pretend that none of the decorations were ever up. And Jared, all you have to do is go around tomorrow with your first citation for a lack of Christmas decor.
Yeah. Worried about how you'll meet her? Don't worry. You'll be able to walk right into her house with a citation pad.
Exactly.
She can't stop you.
Follow this script. Here are a list of her likes and fears.
Yeah, walk in and talk about how much you like Nickelback.
I, Emily's father, will be in an earpiece the whole time telling you how to seduce her.
And then when things move to the bedroom, I will still be on the earpiece. So later...
It is so messed up. This
so sinister.
Yeah.
Later, Jess asks with genuine concern in her voice if Emily is fine staying here alone. You can always crash with us, she says. I'm fine, lies Emily. Besides, my parents wanted me to look after the house. I think it'll be good to spend some time with myself and think about why I was ever with Dan in the first place. I think they're about to start the tree lighting, says the daughter. In my notes, I've called this character PAC, like PAC, which stands for Plot Advancing Child, because
that's
she
good.
Literally only exists to like move the plot forward in various unwholesome ways.
She's one of those infuriating, like, on-screen children who just sits quietly like sort of colouring in while grown-ups talk until she's required to say something cute that advances the plot.
She's the one who sat quietly and read all of Emily's dynamite book about a witch or something.
The one that was written by the director of the film.
This is really good.
This is really good stuff.
You should get on Amazon and order 30 copies for your school class.
Wait, no, hang on. Don't order 30 copies. I've only got 20 in the garage. Wait, give me 10 minutes.
I'm drawing them to order.
Okay, so it's time for the lighting. The ceremony begins. If you can picture the geography of this cul-de-sac, it's exactly that. It's like a sort of circular piece of tarmac, and the houses are kind of arrayed in a sort of circle around it, and everything is going to happen in that small tarmac circle in the middle.
Yeah.
So there's a Christmas tree there, and a modest number of people sort of stood around looking at it. She has a chat with Bob and Mary, who inform her that Jared is an architect and a darn good one.
Mm-hmm. And handsome too.
They say they know all about her breakup. Emily says, okay, well, I just want to fly a bit under the radar this Christmas, okay?
Good luck with that, says Mary Louise. Jared takes to the stage to light the neighborhood Christmas tree, a towering, lavishly decorated monstrosity that can't cost less than 10,000 American dollars taken straight from the HOA fees.
Yeah, right. He's like high-fiving the crowds. He gets on the mic. I'm very sorry to say we're a little late this year. A little? It's been weeks, Ned Broadhead heckles from the crowd.
Yeah.
We talked about this, Ned, Jared mutters. This was the best time for everyone. I've been free for the last 2 weeks, says Ned. And they start like
bickering.
They continue to sort of bicker angrily. Jared is the head of the HOA, and everyone is going to talk about him like he's a brilliant leader and an incredible sort of figurehead for the HOA organisation. But everything he does has this kind of like, he's like a little Joffrey, you know? he kind of gets on the microphone. He's like, I'm sorry we're late. It's Ned's fault.
Have him pulled apart by horses.
Yeah. All Jared has to do is stand up here and say, Merry Christmas, Evergreen Lane. Please keep paying your HOA fees. It's great to see you all. Happy holidays.
Here are your HOA fees at work with this $10,000 Christmas tree.
Yeah, and then turn on some lights and everyone goes, hooray, and then goes back to their lives. But instead, Jared says first he has some sad news. For the first time in the HOA's 30-year history, we will not see Gail and Albert Melrose. And the entire crowd goes, aww. That's Emily's parents.
And then he starts grandstanding and hot dogging. He's saying, Emily is here, everyone. Look at Emily. Everyone look at her and clap at her.
Yeah.
And then he says, also, there will be an HOA meeting tomorrow at 8 a.m. Can you fill in for your folks, Emily? We'll call it 7:45. And then everyone sort of claps, and she finds herself unable to deny Jared's request.
Yeah. Then Jared produces the big button that turns on the lights. Now, turning on Christmas tree lights shouldn't be that complicated.
Nope.
But when he presses the button, no lights come on. Jared looks around with a wild look in his eyes. Ned, you said this works, he screams at Ned. There are like 20 people here. Who the cares? Like, just be like, oh, it's not working now. Hang on, give me 10 minutes or something. Like,
10 minutes.
Who cares? Who cares?
This is Jared's crowning moment of the season, and he's been made a fool of by Ned Broadhead. Ned goes up to try and help him, but they start...
He's trying to impress his wife.
My wife-to-be. They start bickering and sort of slapping each other and struggling, fighting over the remote, and their struggle somehow causes it to work for some reason.
Yeah.
Joyous music plays and everyone cheers and applauds, and Ned and Jared high-five. I'll make you my best man someday, Jared says.
Pamela is nearby and tells Emily, this never happened when your parents were here.
Yeah.
Things like tree lights not working. How is anyone supposed to enjoy Christmas now with this unilluminated tree outside?
The next morning, Ned Broadhead is chainsawing an Iceman and bellowing at the top of his voice at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Emily wakes from this, goes downstairs, looks out of her window, and she sees Jared Farnsworth creeping stealthily through her bushes. Oh my god.
Okay, the note that I wrote at the end of the Christmas tree switching on scene was this. I hope in the next film, the whole HOA flies to Santa School and the plane crashes. And I'm still reading from my notes here, I was trying to think of a funny scenario that they'd hate, but you know what? Plane crashes is enough. So
I mean, as long as they're all killed.
As long as they're all killed.
As long as they're all killed. I mean, the
I
plane
want
could...
everyone in this neighborhood to be hurt.
What if a plane full of people going to Santa School crashed into Evergreen Lane? What if we switch it?
What if we switch it? Okay.
If we switched it on them?
Yeah.
And then the house is sort of destroyed and no more people can move in and have an HOA.
But I would worry that Jared would survive and sort of become the headmaster Santa to all of the people who were flying. You were like, oh, you were heading to Santa school, were you? Well, guess what? You've got a PhD, a pretty holly jolly dude right here.
I also imagine if a plane crashed into Evergreen Lane, Jared would set himself up as a sort of like post-apocalyptic ruler.
Yes.
It's like Gastown from Mad Max. He's like Master Blaster. He's got like what remains of Ned Broadhead on his shoulders. Just marching around telling people to be more Christmassy.
No, it would be more like, Immortan Joe's sons.
Scrotus and the other one.
He would be he'd be like one of them, because that's what Jared is. Jared is a sort of weak-chinned sort of little prince who, like the HOA founders, who like wrested this little community like
away from normal people,
away from normal people, and now must guarantee its continuation. They're sort of trying to find their perfect king and queen.
Yeah,
Jared's the best option.
We find out what sort of HOA president Emily's dad was in a second. She pretends to call 911 and Jared's like, you're not calling 911.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I will if you don't tell me what you're doing here. He's just checking for HOA stuff. And she says, yeah, my dad used to sneak around people's houses looking for violations too. Such a legend, says Jared. I've just written the word "ga," which I think is where I was at.
Jared explains that he's going to need the Christmas decor up to code. She says, that's my parents' business. They're out of town, says Jared likeably, so everything falls on you. And he says this smiling. And then Emily asks Jared the question that the audience are all begging her to ask. Jared, are you serious?
Jared, are you serious?
Bylaw 25.12, if the owners are not present or otherwise incapacitated, they may nominate a surrogate or next of kin to fulfill all holiday obligations. Read up on that, Buttercup. This one's for you.
Okay, no, see, that's the thing. I came here to get away from any and all obligations.
That puts me in quite the pickle. See, everyone takes Christmas very, very seriously around here. Maybe you can tell them at the meeting because, I told them you would be there, so, yep.
Because I was pressured to say yes in front of the whole town. Not cool.
Emily, wait, I'm sorry. You're right. I shouldn't have done that. Can we just talk about it?
What do you mean talk about it?
That thing that two people do when they want to solve a problem, right?
Okay. You know what? Great. Let's talk about it. I think Christmas should be about having fun. I don't think it should be about attending HOA meetings or writing citations. In fact, I think the word bylaw itself should be banned for the entire month of December. So can you please just let me enjoy the holiday in my own way?
You're right. It's Christmas time. It's hardly the time to think about the wants and needs of others.
Huge swing from Jared, I think, that the meaning of Christmas is decor code compliance.
Yeah. So she slams the door on him, clearly indicating she's uncomfortable with this interaction and she wants him to leave.
Yeah.
So Jared responds by loudly singing on the first day of Christmas into her door.
Yeah.
Please go away, she
By
begs.
into her door, he's got his mouth against the door and it's just kind of like,
Here's Jared.
Yeah. She asks him to stop. He says that there's no bylaw against early caroling. She appeals to his sense of human decency, which is a huge mistake.
Yeah.
He keeps singing. Now he's like peering in at the windows. His voice gets louder and louder
He's
and
sort
louder.
of mashing his face into the window.
Yes.
Bellowing.
Putting his eyes out on broken glass.
She flees further and further into the house. He sings louder and louder. Mm-hmm. It's so upsetting.
Eventually, she relents. She goes back to the front door and opens it and goes, fine, you win, I'll go to the meeting. And as she opens the door, he sort of falls through it comedically.
Yeah, and then sort of smirks like a little princeling who's just found the berries and creams.
As they leave, he sneaks something into her pocket. I think it's a little HOA handbook.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, it's nothing wholesome.
Yeah.
She asks about his architecture career. Apparently, he does remodeling of houses. He remodeled his own house for maximum holiday cheer.
What?
And he even put in an extra wide fireplace for Santa.
Yeah, Emily's like, why extra wide? For Santa, of course, he says. Jared is like approaching 40.
I think he's over 40.
He's like, I've put in a big wide fireplace so Santa can fit down.
Santa can come down it.
Jared's parents, the sort of cruel, strong kings of the HOA, must just be like hanging their heads in chair. They're watching him in the courtyard, like learning to fight with a sword, and he keeps dropping it. And they're like, my God, surely the future of the kingdom cannot rest on his shoulders.
He gets swatted across the back of the legs with a wooden sword by the swordmaster. He demands the swordmaster's execution.
It is granted.
His father, who won the crown at the Ruby Ford, shakes his head.
Oh my God, it's exactly like that. So, yeah, Jared's got an extra wide fireplace so Santa can fit down.
Santa can come down. He's
Why would you?
43 years old.
Why is he? You know what? I'll just stop there. Why is he? It's absolutely insane that he is the romantic lead in a Christmas rom-com.
Yeah,
he is completely sexless. And that's 100% not a reflection of the actor. Again, as per, everyone's doing their best with the material. I think the actor playing Jared, good-looking guy. But this character is like, I recoil.
It's weird. Like, usually in these films, like the big city girl, she goes home and she meets a down-home guy and she realizes that, like, oh, maybe this is a better pace of life to live, a better way to live.
Yeah.
In this, she goes into this insane situation with this unbearable man who does all the worst stuff. And then she just changes so that she thinks the stuff that he does is good.
Yeah.
It's not, none of this is presented as good. The film is like, look at this crazy HOA. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, and I think it's good now as well.
Yeah. And I endorse it.
Yeah.
Now that I've drunk the water.
Yeah. Now that I'm past the point of the mountain.
Oh my. Yeah. Well, maybe this is a reaction from the Hallmark Channel because, the Hallmark Channel comes under fire a lot for its plots being repetitive because we're all familiar with the idea, big city woman goes back home, realizes that she was wrong to have
a Christmas tree cut down man.
Yeah.
What do you call them? Lumberjack.
The Christmas tree cut down man.
Yeah.
The Christmas tree cut down man has a daughter and he's trying to save the community centre, something she wouldn't know anything about because she's a lawyer and all she cares about is advancing her career.
Because she's a poison lawyer and she's defending poison in court all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And at the end, she learns something about Christmas. And maybe the Hallmark Channel is like, you know what? It is getting a little predictable. So how about instead of the sort of down-home Christmas tree chop-down man, what if instead it was a sort of like insane little jester prince?
And his whole deal was like not letting you live in your own house the way you want to.
Yeah.
And sort of like making your house look the way he wanted it to. And he could fine you and give you community service if you didn't do it. And he relished this. And it was the only way he was able to get sexually aroused.
What if he strutted around like a sheriff of Nottingham, sort of fining and taxing the poor for absolutely no reason? And you were in the Hallmark meeting, you go, well, I mean, yes, sounds like an interesting character. And then I imagine the romantic lead could
be a sort of tree cut down man.
Tree cut down man and can help defeat Jared, the sheriff
with
of
his
Nottingham.
axe.
No. There's no Robin Hood in this film.
No. There's no money for a second male actor.
No. So she'll just have to fall in love with the cruel sheriff.
It's nuts. The idea of an HOA.
Yeah.
Is like, it's so. I'm just thinking about the HOA from this movie. Like, they have these rules where you have to put like close to $11,000 or $12,000 worth of decorations up on your house every year. It's apparently not allowed to be the same every year.
Yes, has to be. It
has to be different. You have to contribute to this enormous Christmas tree that's easily $5,000. I mean, I feel like this can't be legal. Like demanding people pay all this stuff that isn't essential. And surely it like just prices like low-income families out of the. I mean, I assume that's the idea of these HOAs, right? It's to keep undesirable elements out. The subtext, yeah,
that's the goal. But like, I think it's really strange and bad that the film never interrogates the financial aspect of all this. No one on the lane seems to work.
Nope.
So because I mean, frankly, it would be a full-time job and then some just to keep up with all the HOA regulations.
Yeah,
and as you say,
says that Ned Broadhead has been free since the 80s.
Yeah,
presumably he was a stockbroker on Wall Street in the 80s, did a load of coke, made $1 million, and came here.
Yeah, broke his brain permanently and then moved here to sort of chainsaw ice. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a sort of, and also everyone in the neighborhood is constantly bickering with each other, and I'm not surprised.
They all seem to hate each other.
Yeah, because every Christmas and also every, like, in the run up to every holiday, they're charged thousands of dollars, or they have to pay thousands of dollars to decorate their house completely and comply with all this stuff. And it's like, why? What? Literally, why? Is it I would understand if it was like, oh, everyone has to chip in for the Christmas festival that everyone loves and that brings the community together. But that bit never happens. They just sort of spend all the money and, like, joylessly parade around all of this, like, sort of plastic crap on their lawns, going like,
Jared's strutting up and down the lane like Lemon Grab, going, 1 million years dungeon. Like, Bob and Mary Louise are in their 80s. They're struggling to, like, we see them later struggling to put up their decorations because they're so old. They have to be helped by someone that Jared gives community service to. Yeah. He's strutting around handing out HOA violations.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so insane.
Yeah. Next year, maybe Emily won't be there to help them, and he'll calmly execute Bob and Mary.
Bob will die pinned under a light up reindeer.
Oh my God.
Freezes to death on his own lawn.
And that's the other thing about this film. The thing that I find just visually so horrible is that obviously there's not a huge amount of money to make the movie, so all the actual Christmas stuff is just this, like, plastic cookie cutter crap. Just
it's
this,
like Spencer gifts, like snowmen and reindeers, nothing over $20.
LED fiberglass bull that is just, like, stopping off on your lawn briefly on its way to landfill.
Right.
And it's just, and it doesn't look holly jolly. It doesn't look cozy. It doesn't look nice. It has no aesthetic. It's just so cheap and nasty. But it's cheap and nasty crap that's being put on, like, $2 million lawns. And the HOA insists that you must have loads of plastic crap out on your lawn. Mm-hmm. You must have loads of Spencer Gifts plastic crap. You must have a Santa that waves its arms and goes ho, 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 like that, because that's what we like.
Burn your house down.
Will burn your house down because Jared thinks that's the meaning of Christmas. Jared thinks that the actual meaning of Christmas, a good holiday that is enjoyed by millions, that the actual meaning of Christmas is, like, how many plastic Santas you can fit on your lawn at an enormous expense. And if you get it wrong,
come around and measure them.
He'll come around and measure them, and he'll actually charge you money, like Scrooge does at Christmas.
Money's a little tight this year, actually, Jared. We've we've had to buy presents for the kids, and Bob lost his job at the factory. Don't care.
Make up the difference in blood and skin.
Yes, dance a jig for me. I'll throw you a shiny copper penny. Yes.
Anyway. So
yes, we dance. Yes.
It is very good. Very good. I'm tired of it now!
I'm tired of you! I'm tired of him taking 1 million years dungeon!
I've cut myself on your plastic Santa, and I'm bleeding freely. Haemophilia having been a genetic trait in my royal HOA bloodline.
Bloodline doesn't include a clotting agent.
So
you've murdered me, Bob. I am
killed me,
murdered.
Bob. So back in the film, Emily and Jared are talking.
Oh yeah, the film. Sorry.
So Jared asks Emily what she does, and 24 minutes into the film, we find out literally anything about Emily's life.
Yeah.
She says she's a freelance copywriter. He says...
Editor.
Oh, editor. He says, you were always a great writer. Do you remember when you were a child, you wrote a story about a little girl who asked Santa for it to be Christmas every day? Jared, be normal. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I know the most about you, Emily. I know everything.
Emily. I remember everything you've ever said, Emily, especially when you were a little girl, and especially if those things were about Christmas. Yeah. Do you remember you wrote a story about a little girl who asked Santa for it to be Christmas every day, and I've never stopped thinking about it.
I have encountered, like, this kind of guy before who thinks that, like, knowledge about a woman is like knowledge coins that you put into the slot machine, and when you put in enough, it pays out in, like, girlfriend. It's like,
yeah.
do you remember when you did this? Do you remember that?
When we did this.
I remember it.
I'm the only one remembering closely enough.
I'm the only one paying enough attention to you to know all this stuff.
Yeah.
Let me just pull the lever. Jing, 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 jing. Oh, girlfriend didn't come up again. That's strange. I've put enough of these coins in.
I put enough of the coins in. What's wrong? Yeah. So anyway, this is interrupted by horrible Ned, who no one likes, throwing a snowball.
There's a meeting happening. He's trying to get them to the meeting.
Yeah.
So it's a Christmas meeting. They're talking about a Christmas cookie contest this afternoon. And they're doing it in like, they all want to be in the army.
Yeah.
And they're like talking about this like it's an army operation. Hot chocolate is prepped for the visitors. A trophy for the winner is ready. The illustrious snowman tableau. And then someone's like, Emily's parents are in Florida, so Emily can do it. She says, no, I don't want to do that. And also, I don't really understand what it is. And then Ned says, it's an exhibition of frozen humanity followed by a no-rules snowball fight. What's to explain?
Yeah. My note is, oh, good, no rules. So that'll be a good opportunity to run over Ned with your car.
To get Ned's chainsaw off his lawn.
Yeah, exactly.
Chainsaw your way out of the lane. It's your only way. Rip and tear until the job is done.
Carve him up. Yeah. So Emily wants to know why her parents didn't find someone to cover for this. But Jared sort of breezes past this. Of course, we, the viewer and the podcast listener, know this is because everyone in this room, apart from Emily, like it's Rosemary's Baby, knows the true satanic design at work here.
They spent all last night polishing the impregnation plinth. So they don't want anything going awry.
Is that what they're calling it these days?
Jared tells her she has to enter the cookie contest as well.
Yeah.
So apparently as well, like, it's mandatory to enter this cookie contest.
Yeah.
If you don't, you'll be forced out of your home.
And her house has to be decorated to code. So Jared is standing in front of like a sort of big decorated board that details what they have to do every day. I did take a photo of it just so that I could kind of zoom in and read it. On December 21st, finish residential decor is the main objective. To make sure all the homes in Evergreen Lane follow up to HOA code, and then bullet points, walkthrough of the neighbourhood, review continuity of each home, review, quote, street design, and check on the Melrose residents and inquire any solutions.
Wow.
What do you mean?
Continuity. So your house has to be copacetic with the others.
Yeah. And on the 21st of December, the HOA will patrol the neighbourhood. So like, that's the hard deadline, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah. On the 22nd, the next day, pick up snowman donations, set up bins for donations, gather up propane heaters, and the last note is hand warmers.
Right.
So, yeah. Anyway, it's all bad.
At least it's not about murders in Hawaii. At least it sort of makes sense in universe.
Yeah, that's true.
But
yeah,
I do like what Emily says here, which is, I actually don't have to do any of this.
Yes. I actually cheered and clapped.
Yes.
Because she's right. She doesn't. I mean, she does have to do it because what she doesn't know is that her like, they've put sugar in her car's gas tank and like, there's no way for her to leave.
Yeah.
It's go along with it or die, but she doesn't know that. Yeah.
She doesn't know that at this point.
So, I mean, what do you imagine the reaction is when Emily says, I actually don't have to do any of this? Some in the room laugh mockingly, like, ha, 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 ha. Jared,
nice
however,
try.
Jared sees nothing funny about this. His trembling hand goes to his mouth. He looks like he's going to throw up through his fingers.
A dark stain spreads across the front of his legs.
Mummy, she's not saying it.
Why aren't we married yet? You said it would happen. It will, Jared, it will. These things take time.
Mummy, I killed my birds again.
I just hugged them tighter and tighter until they stopped singing. We just don't want you to miss out on any of the fun, Emily, says Mary Louise. And then it's agreed that Pamela and Emily will co-manage the event, much to Emily's dismay. She doesn't want to do any of this, but she's being forced into it.
And Pamela's, because we know from Hall Out the Halloween and from everything we've seen so far in this film that Pamela is the world's most horrible woman. Yeah. Later on, Emily's parents FaceTime from Florida.
Yeah. Instead of tearing them a new asshole like she should, she asks them how they're doing.
Yeah. She says, why do I have to do all this stupid snowman bullshit? And they say, oh, it must have slipped our mind to find a replacement before we went away. And then she says, I feel like I'm in Home Alone 4 stuck in the suburbs.
Yeah. Did make me nostalgically think of the film Stuck in the Suburbs, which...
Yeah.
If I'm thinking fondly about Stuck in the Suburbs, this film sucks.
Yeah. The movie is actually Home Alone Taking Back the House. That's Home Alone 4. Also, I looked at the Wikipedia entry for Home Alone Taking Back the House, and we 100% have to do Home Alone Taking Back the House.
Fine.
It's it is, as far as it's the first Home Alone to not get a theatrical release, and it looks like a significant drop in quality.
Yes. That sounds great. Let's do that.
Yeah. So try to get a baseline of decorations up in the house, Dad says likeably. We have a reputation to uphold.
Well, then why didn't you do them before you left for Florida?
Yeah, right.
Is what I would say. There's a checklist on my desk, he says. That should get you right on track. Emily settles in to relax and get over her breakup, watching Netflix movies. But suddenly there's a loud banging on the door. It's Jared, and he's here to issue her a no nutcracker citation. Yeah. Every front porch must have a nutcracker by December the 19th.
So smiling sarcastically, she goes into the house and grabs a tiny nutcracker ornament.
Yeah.
And passive-aggressively slams it to the ground between them.
Yeah. She then tears up the citation she was given. Jared inhales sharply, tears pricking in his eyes.
Mummy!
He goes, it is illegal to tear up a citation. Also, your nutcracker must be 36 inches from shoe to chapeau. Mummy, she's not doing it.
Oh, from shoe to chapeau. Is that in the handbook too?
No, just my own little flourish.
Okay. So what is the penalty for these citations?
That's up to the HOA president. It should be proportional to the offense.
So what do I get for no nutcracker? Ooh.
Well, that's known as a fix-it ticket, and you get a taller nutcracker, and I will personally tear that up.
And what about the one that I ripped up?
About 2 hours community service. You can start by helping Mary Louise and Bob with their lawn display.
Mummy, when does the baby come out? I want it now. Jared?
Mummy, will the baby be nice to me? I don't think I could bear it if the baby was cruel.
If the baby was a cruel baby. The baby's going to kick his ass up and down Evergreen Lane.
Oh my God. So, obviously this is agony to watch because you're just like, how about f*** off? How about get off my porch?
Do you think that's what the people, the Hallmark Channel were going for?
Agony to watch.
I made a film that is agony
to watch. If I was directing this film, at this point, we're 29 minutes in here, Emily would say, is this a big enough nutcracker? And then she would stamp on a plank on the porch and the other end of it would fly up into Jared's nuts and explode them. And then the film would smash cut to the credits and the credits would be soundtracked to Slipknot and it would all happen in 2 seconds and that would be it. The film's over 29 minutes in. Yeah. We're done.
That's good. That doesn't sound like agony to watch, just agony to Jared.
Yeah.
She's sent over to Mary Louise and Bob's house to help them with their lawn display. We see her moving straw reindeer around their lawn while Bob sits in a lawn chair and berates her.
Yeah. Then at the end of the afternoon, she says that she had a lovely time. Really doesn't look like she did, but she says that she had a nice time. And who are we to not to believe her? Tell me, did my parents really not put up any decorations? Well, as a matter of fact, starts Bob, and then Mary elbows him hard and says, Bob doesn't remember. So there we go. That's proof, I think.
Yeah, there you go.
That's proof.
Wow, that is very, very buried in the text, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. It only comes out when you go through it with a fine-tooth comb. And I can see why they buried it, because it's messed up for Mum and Dad.
It's insane and manipulative from Mum and Dad.
Yeah. So Bob mentions that Jared is an architect, and when Emily leaves to go and bake cookies for the contest that she has to do, Mary says, stop mentioning Jared, you're going to jinx it.
My note here says, I'm searching for the word. It's not unsettling. It's not unwholesome. It's somewhere in that region, though. It's like the feeling you get exploring Silent Hill when there aren't any monsters around.
Yes, when you're just waiting.
Yeah.
When you're, yeah.
You're just on edge.
Yeah.
Something awful's happening and you don't know what it is.
When you're watching a really, really good horror film and you know that a jump scare is probably not going to happen, but you still can't shake this bad feeling.
Yeah, the vibes are just so awful. So we cut to Emily's kitchen. Emily, Jess and Puck are baking. The doorbell goes. It's Pamela. She wants to know when they're going to meet to plan the snowman parade. How about later tonight, says Emily. No!
No! She says that's after the cookie contest. And if she loses, she'll be in no position to think about a wonderful snowman tableau. But she says she's never lost. And Emily's like, well, all right then. So we seems like we can do tonight, probably, if you never lose.
Yeah.
Anyway, they don't set a time to meet, and Pamela leaves. Good meeting. As Pamela leaves, she shouts, your nutcracker is too short. Too short for who? There are 5
Jared.
people in this neighbourhood. Too short for Jared.
Too short for Jared.
Too short to
He likes
please
big
Jared.
nutcrackers and he can't lie.
Lie.
What will you do after the holidays, says Jess. I'll probably hang around here till I find somewhere. My parents will love having me around, says Emily. So will a certain HOA president, says Jess, despite witnessing one interaction between them that was borderline hostile.
Yeah. She must be referencing Jared, though. There's no one else. Maybe his way of flirting is to fine Emily for imaginary crimes.
Yeah, fine her over and over again until the debt is so great that she can only pay it off with a marriage dowry.
We pay it off with a firstborn child. So Emily is like, when this is mentioned, Emily goes like, oh my gosh, Tee, no, come on. You don't think Jared likes me for real, do you? Mm-hmm. Plot advancing child says that she noticed it too.
She saw the way that he was looking at her at the tree lighting.
Oh my God, these children wind me up so much. Like, real children, adults and their inner lives are invisible to children.
Yeah.
It's like one of the most famous things about children is that they don't give a shit.
It's not even that they don't care. It just doesn't penetrate their consciousness.
Yeah. She would be thinking about Labubu's or something.
Yeah. Or K-pop demon hunters.
Yeah. Or whether Rumi, Mira or Zoe would most like her Labubu collection.
Yeah. It's not, she's not going to turn to someone and go, I noticed the way that Jared Farnsworth was looking at you at the big Christmas tree lighting when there was a large Christmas tree being lit.
Yeah.
All I could look at was the way Jared Farnsworth was looking at you, Aunt Emily.
Also, what Jared Farnsworth was mostly looking at during the Christmas tree light switching on ceremony was Ned. And he was
his tiny fists swinging into Ned Broadhead's face.
Yeah. He was just like screaming impotently at Ned.
I saw the way he occasionally shot a look at you while he was beating the shit out of Ned Broadhead.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Ned has to just sort of lie there and take the punches, looking nervously at Jared's parents to see if he can fight back. They slowly shake their heads.
They shake their head. No, we need the plot advancing child to see the looks.
Yeah. So they make cookies and they show up at the cookie competition. It is in someone's house. There is a big table covered in cookies. The cookies are all those like tedious, unappetizing sugar cookies glazed with like trite decoration.
Yeah.
They all look like they taste completely identical and like not very delicious.
Yeah.
You know?
And when the judging happens, they talk about all these fantastic confections, but what they have here is a bunch of like candy canes and Christmas tree shortbread cookies.
Yeah, it's just shortbread cookies. I'm out of my league, Emily says.
Yeah, it turns out Emily and Jess and Puck have created inedible cookies because they used salt instead of sugar. It's very amusing. Everyone has a good time laughing at that.
Yep.
Ned Broadhead comes over and does some weak comedy. Emily tells him to f*** off and he leaves.
Yeah. That's basic. I mean, we could end the recap there.
That is basically every Ned Broadhead scene.
Yeah. The notes I have is they filled the cookies with salt. Good. Maybe it'll make some of the HOA members sick or unhappy, which is all I want.
That's all I want out of this film.
Yeah.
They cut to the judging. Everyone is assembled and clapping. This neighborhood, I've written.
Yes.
Pamela is trash talking everyone. Third place goes to Ned Broadhead. He goes, oh, me. Oh,
yeah.
Me.
Why? So Ned is in third.
He wins nothing.
This is absolutely bizarre. So for the last sort of 10 minutes of the film, Pamela has been mentioning that she always wins the cookie contest, right? She always wins the cookie contest.
Well, you remember in Haul Out the Halloween, she didn't win the cookie contest and she had some kind of medical episode.
Yeah.
So it's important, you know?
Yeah, it's important to her. But if you spend so long setting up that Pamela always wins the cookie contest, I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to seeing what...
going to get a
humorous situation.
Yeah.
We might get an upset. So Nez is in third. Pamela's squirming like she has to piss, but it's because she's so excited to win. Missy Cartwright is in second place, they announce, and the winner in first place, Pamela. And then Pamela is happy. And this is like the end of the scene.
Yeah. She sobs like she's just won an Oscar. She says, oh my God. Oh, thank you. Oh.
And everyone claps.
I hope you saved some cookies for Santa because he'll be here in 6 days, says Jared's mum. Yes! Yes! Says Jared, punching the air.
Yeah, he starts like punching in the air with like wild abandon, like a 4-year-old would if you said Santa's on the way.
Yeah.
Like, only 6 days to Santa. He'll be coming down my extra wide chimney.
Yeah.
I don't think Jared's been told Santa isn't real.
No, he is. Yeah, he's in his early 40s. He made an extra wide chimney for Santa.
Yeah.
And someone mentioned that Santa will be here in 6 days, and he starts like helicoptering his T-shirt at this point.
Maybe once when he was younger, the king and queen parents of his told him that the Easter bunny isn't real, and he flew into a rage and killed a gardener or something. And so now they're like, we can't tell him anything.
We can't tell him.
Let him live in the fantasy.
He'll kill the Christmas tree cut down man. On the wall of the house, Pamela has put up 7 framed photos of her that say past winner on them.
Yeah.
She is now prepared to confirm the planning meeting because victory gives her purpose.
Also, like, I'm not convinced they're in Pamela's house right now.
Well, this is the thing I've said in my notes here. So Emily suggests around 4 p.m. And then Pamela leaves, meaning that this isn't her house, which has 7 photos of her winning a cookie contest on the wall.
I guess whoever is responsible for hosting the cookie contest is probably in the HOA regulations that you also have to have like a wall of honour.
Winners.
So if anyone comes around to your house for the rest of the year, they'll be like, oh, yeah, no, I'll have the boss around for dinner. Yeah, no, come in. Yeah. Come in, yeah. Oh, these.
Got 7 framed photos of the same woman on my wall?
Our HOA is kind of strict. In fact, you probably saw them on the way in. A guy called Ned
probably saw them measuring your legs to make sure your legs were regulation length.
Checking your body for marks that could be the mark of prophecy.
Yeah. You wonder why they took your blood when you came in. It's probably better if you don't ask. It's for some... rituals is probably the best way of describing it, but it's better if you don't think too hard about it.
So Pamela says...
The plinth you saw, don't worry about the plinth.
Don't worry about
the plinth isn't for you, don't worry.
Yeah. So Pamela says she's ready to talk about snowman planning now. Let's do it in daylight hours, says Pamela. We don't want to appear like a couple of lackadaisical Leslies.
Sure.
So the date for the snowman tableau planning meeting, which I can't believe is still like a plot point in this film, it's so unimportant, is set for around 4, which annoys Pamela because it's vague.
Yeah.
And she sort of stomps off. Jared asks if he can speak to Emily in private.
Yeah. He starts sort of sighing deeply and rolling his eyes and sort of throwing his arms to his side in despair. Oh, boy, he says.
Oh, boy.
Seems you've caused quite a scuttlebutt. Big old scuttlebutt.
Now, we're halfway through the runtime, so it's probably time to start swinging the character of Jared around to not being a colossal bell end, right?
I mean, I would have said slightly earlier, but yeah, sure.
Well, anyway, here's what happens instead.
But see, the thing is, it's like after the Christmas tree lighting and then the cookie contest, visitors that are outside the lane, they've been a little disappointed at your lack of decorations.
Outside the lane? Really? Fine. You know what? I don't want to be a sore thumb. And I promised my parents I would do the minimum.
So when can you start?
As soon as I can get the bins off the shelves in the garage.
That's all it takes?
Yeah.
Attention all available units. Rendezvous at Melrose Manor. Stat. Operation Deck the Halls is a go.
Okay, so now we get a sort of weak Apollo 13 montage.
Ocean's 11.
Yeah.
Like,
slow-mo
heist,
walk.
crew walk.
Yeah, Reservoir Dogs walk thing. The HOA approaching the house to decorate it for Christmas. And, yeah.
They basically decorate her house for her.
Yeah.
Because her dad has put all the Christmas decorations away in a sensible manner.
Yeah. At one point, Ned shouts, I don't see any smiles here. We're working, but we're having fun.
Yeah.
The Nutcracker comes out of a box. Ned says it's one of the best in the neighbourhood, of a Nutcracker that could not possibly be said to be any grander or less grand than any other Nutcracker to ever exist.
Yeah.
It's just a completely straight down the line normal Nutcracker, like
Nutcracker.
Every other Nutcracker is.
Yeah. This should bring me up to code, says Emily. We'll see about that, says Jared. Measures it. 42 inches. Someone's been reading their handbook, he says.
Later on, she turns on the lights and the house is lit up. And it looks pretty. This is amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, says Emily. Now you need a lawn display, they say.
Yeah.
Ned says...
Ned does some weak comedy about taxidermied reindeers and she tells him to f*** off.
Ned has these 9 dead reindeer that he's happy to mount on her lawn. The note I have is like, what about taking all this crap down? It's going to take age, and they're not all going to help with that, are they? They're not all going to be like...
Like, a lot of this stuff has been nail-gunned to the roof, and, it's going to take forever.
Yeah. This is and it's just, the house looks so ugly. Everything looks so ugly. This whole film is like ugly inside and out. It's just a neighborhood of millionaire Scrooges circle jerking over a load of plastic crap snowmen and
Yeah, so she tells Ned Broadhead to f*** off. She turns her back to look at the house, and as soon as she does, everyone else sprints off.
Yes.
And Jared walks up behind her so that he's directly behind her. I'd love to have you all inside for a cup of cocoa, she says, turning, and only Jared is there. It's chilling.
Yeah. Well, they've been rehearsing this all year long.
Yeah.
All year long. They were probably rehearsing this in the summer.
Yeah. They had a sort of mannequin to replace Emily.
Okay. Andy.
Yes.
I think Dan is in on it.
You think Dan is a sort of a false flag boyfriend?
Yes.
He was planted.
Yes. I think Dan was hired by Emily's mother and father.
Wow.
And Jared's mother and father.
They're clearly wealthy.
Yeah, they clearly have means. Like, they found someone down on his luck, someone desperate, and they said...
Out of work actor or something.
Yeah. You have to be...
We have the role of a lifetime.
The role of a lifetime. Be the man of my daughter's dreams for exactly 2 years. And then, slowly, you're going
Not so fast as to be suspicious.
No, you're going to start treating her worse and worse and worse. Mm-hmm. You're going to seem less and less interested. And every week you will meet me at this car park and I will give you the following subconscious visual clues that you are going to put up around your apartment. Like the letters that spell Jared.
It's like the end of Insidious, where it spells out like the name of the demon.
Yes.
In children's blocks in the nursery.
It'll be like that. It's like a psyop thing. So that by the time she sees Jared, everything just sort of clicks into place and like a load of subconscious.
For some reason, it feels like this is where I'm supposed to be. Yes. Strange that, isn't it?
Yes. While Emily's asleep, Dan, I need you to put these headphones on her and play her these tapes.
Here's a series of phrases I want you to whisper into her ear when she sleeps every night.
Where you're supposed to be. Extra wide
HOAs
chimney.
are good.
Yeah.
Architects are handsome. Yeah, no, I think that's a strong theory as well. There's as much evidence for it as there is for the other one, which is definitely true.
Yeah.
About the parents taking down the decorations. So I'm all on board.
This is probably the clearest visual sign that we've got that the entire neighborhood is like coordinating in some sort of
moving as a sort of cultish hive mind.
Yeah, like to engineer this love match.
No one says a word, but the second she turns her back, everyone else sprints off.
Yeah.
And there are characters here that we haven't seen before.
Mm-hmm.
So, there are people, this is being coordinated with military precision.
What this film needs is, do you know in The Truman Show, there's that bit at the beginning where someone like parachutes in wearing like a sandwich board that says like, Truman, you're on TV or something, and it's like wrestled to the ground by like just sort of extras walking around.
Yeah.
This needs something like that. This needs like, maybe it could be Dan. Maybe he's not in on it. Maybe he could or maybe he was in on it.
He has a change of heart.
Change of heart. It's like, like
Emily, I've really fallen for you, Emily, and I can't let him do this to you.
An attack of conscience. He sort of like, just like drives through a big snowman in his car and just squeals up and is like, Emily, get in the car now. Get in the car.
Or like she's at the carnival later and there's a man at the popcorn stand who looks like Dan, but he's wearing a false beard. And she's like, Dan, is that you? He's like, Emily, I haven't got much time. Emily, and then suddenly, like two men carrying a pane of glass walk in front of him. It's like, Dan, are you still there?
Yeah.
Cuts back. A different man is at the popcorn stand.
Yes.
No, my name is Brian. Can I help you, young lady?
Ned Broadhead walks up with a tiny syringe. Emily, oh, you're not looking so well, Mr. Popcorn Man.
Yeah, let me take you into my house. You hear the sound of his chainsaw.
Want to ride the lightning, Dan?
Luke, around this time of year, I like to eat a big bucket of mince pies topped with brandy butter. That's right, a real Christmas treat for me, Andy. Here I go, ready to eat it. I'm sure this will have no negative effects on my health.
Okay, and
my health.
Oh no, your health! Oh, it's spilled out of you. Oh my God, I'm scooping it up with my hands. And
what can I do to get my health back in me? Is there a way?
Well, first I'll sluice it all back down your throat, and then I'll hold my hands over the holes in your tummy so it doesn't all sort of spill out again.
Thanks very much.
And then, with my other hand, I'm going to reach for your phone and I'm going to sign you up to Green Chef at last.
Green Chef?
Green Chef, that's right.
Green Chef. He's like the Grinch, but for food.
That's right. Imagine if the Grinch had a heart that was 2 sizes too delicious.
Sounds wonderful.
That's what Green Chef offers. Green Chef cuts through the noise as the trusted authority in clean eating. It delivers real, farm-sourced ingredients. So if you want to eat healthy, and who doesn't, then Green Chef has got you covered.
That's right. The Green Chef himself offers clean eating without compromise. Every Green Chef box delivers certified organic produce and responsibly sourced proteins and seafood. That means avoiding ultra-processed fillers.
When the Grinch, a.k.a. the Green Chef, comes down your chimney this holiday season, what's he going to be doing? Will he be stealing all of your presents? No. He's going to come down your chimney and take control of your health without the stress. Let the Grinch do the research, meal planning and grocery shopping for you while you enjoy low prep, low mess meals for every lifestyle.
And it's the most sustainable meal kit. Make your habits better for the planet. Green Chef cuts food waste by 20% versus grocery shopping and offsets 100% of delivery emissions. That's right, 100%.
Folks, if we lived in a country where the Grinch would come to our house and deliver us food, then we would absolutely sign up to have the Grinch, aka Green Chef, do that. So, right now, go to greenchef.com/momcan'tcookgrazza and use code MOMCAN'TCOOKGRAZZA. That's MOMCANTCOOKGRAZZA to get started with 50% off Green Chef and free Grazza olive oil set in your second and third boxes. This 50% off offer is only available for a limited time, so don't wait. That's code MOMCAN'TCOOKGRAZZA at greenchef.com/MOMCAN'TCOOKGRAZZA.
You're a kind one, Mr. Grinch.
You're kind of delivering my dinner. Okay, Andy, I'm ready to show up at the video game convention.
Mm-hmm.
I hope to impress my fellow video game enjoyers, so I've employed an HOA leader to sort of oversee my dressing. I want to make sure that I'm up to nerd code. So here's what I've got.
Okay, hit me with it.
I'm wearing a t-shirt and it's got 3 big hearts on it.
Okay.
And underneath it says, in a font a bit reminiscent of the Game Boy, it says, "Hey gamers, I've wasted my life playing video games. Good job. I've got health potion."
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what they've given me. Okay, it's a t-shirt, and it's got a sort of like pictures of a guy from a safety sign.
Okay.
But it's like a man and a woman, and they're getting married, and underneath it says "Game Over."
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Because it's bad getting married, isn't it?
It's a horrible thing to do.
Horrible thing to do.
It's a horrible thing to do.
Okay, let's go inside the video convention and see what happens. 10 minutes later. Well, Luke, we were beaten senseless by the gamers. What can we do so this never happens again?
They were right to do it. We should have never have trusted that video game HOA clown. And instead, we should have gone to insertcoinclothing.com.
You're right, Luke. You're so right. I can't believe how right you are, because insertcoinclothing.com is the place for officially licensed apparel from your favorite video games. Video games like Ace Attorney, Astrobot, Bloodborne, Bayonetta. I'm not just going through them in alphabetical order. There are loads of them. Six Siege.
You've gone straight down to the bottom now and you're reading from the
Ghost
bottom.
of Yotei. You remember Ghost of Yotei? It only just came out. You could be wearing clothes inspired by that right now. And people would love you and bear you aloft out of the video game convention and down the street.
Insert Coin is a joy of a website. I really enjoy browsing it. Sometimes I'm not even planning on making a purchase. I just want to go check it out. I would love to see their new stuff. Their designs are really, really cool. And let me just put one on. I'll put on this Bloodborne one. Okay, I'm going to walk back into the convention. Hey, I'm not getting beaten senseless.
Oh, let me just shrug into this Casca X Kiryu hoodie from Yakuza Like a Dragon and the accompanying sweatpants.
Ooh. Okay, well, you shouldn't have done that in the convention floor.
Well,
the gamers are nodding approvingly, but security are coming.
Okay, well, I am being borne aloft, but it is by security.
Oh, dear.
Insert Coin has provided us with a code that Mom Can't Cook listeners can use to get 10% off their purchases. Simply go to Insert Coin Clothing and use the code Lacey Writing. Lacey Writing, that's LACEYWRITING to get 10% off online orders. Codes are not applicable on charity items, bundles, gift cards, postage, and some products at launch. Codes cannot be combined with other deals or promotions and are valid until June 2026.
Andy, have you ever heard of a data broker?
Data broker. Yeah, it's a guy who goes around breaking data with a big hammer, right? He's like, I'm going to break it. And then he hits it. And
I'm gonna break it all up.
And then it goes all broken up, and then you can put it onto a floppy because it's small now. Yeah. It's been broken.
Exactly. And a floppy is hard to break because when you hit it with a hammer, it flops around and is flexible.
Exactly. Yes. So that's pretty much my understanding of data brokers.
Yeah, mine too.
I assume I don't need to understand them further.
I don't think so.
And there are no more dangers that they pose to my online presence.
I don't think there are. Wait, hang on. Let me just check the Incogni website. Oh my God. Andy, we've been so wrong.
Luke, if what I'm reading here is correct, a data broker is someone who gathers and collects your sensitive data, for example, names, addresses, social media profiles, and even your social security number, and sells it to companies for profit so they can use it for evil purposes.
I don't want anyone doing any evil, and that's something that I'm not afraid to say on my podcast.
So brave.
So, what I recommend, listener, is that you sign up to Incogni. Incogni is an automated service that works on your behalf to get your sensitive data removed from these data broker lists. Imagine it as a sort of virtual butler that is constantly toiling away in the background to delete and remove your personal data from online and stop nefarious data brokers from having it.
Yeah, I like to imagine it as a sort of virtual Brendan Fraser from The Mummy, who just sort of like kicks his way into rooms and throws chairs at data brokers until they stop using your data.
Yes, that's good.
And if you were to do this process yourself, manually, it would be a full-time job. You'd be doing this over 10 hours a day to get all of your information off the internet. But Incogni is completely automated and keeps you updated on the process with how many lists your data has been removed from without any stress. So you won't be getting any emails or phone calls from people who've got your data off bad actors on the internet.
It's easy peasy to set up as well. There are just 3 easy steps. So to get an exclusive 60% off an annual Incogni plan, go to incogni.com/momcan'tcook. That's incogni.com/momcan'tcook, or click the link in the episode description box. Oh, hey, cool. This HOA neighborhood has free Wi-Fi.
Oh,
that's great. That's a benefit. Seems like my fees are worth paying after all.
Cool. We'd better just jump on the free Wi-Fi and Google how to leave an HOA because honestly, this thing is costing me a bunch of money. Oh no, they're all here with sticks.
Oh God,
they're beating my legs.
Here's Jared. Jared's got the biggest stick of all, and he's hitting us.
Ned Broadhead's got his chainsaw. No, I don't want to ride the lightning, Ned. How did you find out I was Googling how to leave the HOA?
Jared simply smiles in a sinister way, as if to say, you should have used NordVPN, you clown, and now I'm going to hit your legs.
I'm going to hit your legs with this stick until your legs are all stick hit.
Yeah. If only we'd used NordVPN. Have you ever used a VPN, Andy?
I have used NordVPN before. It's my favourite VPN and the one that I use regularly. I don't know why I didn't think to do it in this instance.
I know, we should have. We were just lured by the promise of free Wi-Fi. But using unsecured Wi-Fi, or even, just going on the regular ding-dang internet without a VPN is full of risks. You should basically have a VPN running all the time. It's pretty useful. It's really, really good for your privacy, and it's really, really good for telling the internet where you are accessing the internet from, so you can access movies and streaming things, sports events from other countries.
That's right. And NordVPN is easy to use. You can connect with just one click or use the automatic connection feature to protect yourself without having to do anything. And it has more than 8,300 servers in 127 countries. You can change your virtual location easily, and it's one of the fastest VPNs on the market.
I've used NordVPN for ages, and I think it's really good. And it supports every major platform too. We're talking Windows, we're talking Android, we're talking iOS, we're talking Mac OS, we're talking Linux, even Android TV. I've got an Android TV and I've got NordVPN running on it.
Right.
It's super useful.
To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/momcan'tcook. Our link will also give you 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is in the podcast episode description box. Oh, I'm being cited now for having stick-hit legs.
Smashed up legs. It seems unfair that the HOA smashes our legs and then has in the terms and conditions of the HOA that you can't have smashed legs.
Yeah, seems wrong to me. Luke, everywhere I look in these Disney Channel original movies, I see guys with great hair. I see your Eric Von Dettens. Mm-hmm. I see your Zac Efrons.
Yep.
I see your Lawrence brothers who aren't Joey. How do they do it?
How do they do it? Well, I don't know. I mean, I suppose some folks are just fortunately born with great hair, but it doesn't always stay that way, does it, Andy? As the passage of time creeps, everyone would know.
As Joey Lawrence shows us, sometimes you have to deal with the stressful reality of hair loss, and it's all about how you feel when you look in the mirror, and Hims helps you take back that confidence with access to simple, personalised care that fits your life.
Yeah, you tired of trying to figure out what exactly works for hair loss? Well, through Hims, you can get access to clear solutions, expert guidance, and an online process that takes the confusion out of the hair care situation.
That's right. Hims gives you doctor-trusted, clinically proven ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil that can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months.
There are no hidden fees and no surprise costs, just real personalised care on your schedule. So, for simple online access to personalised and affordable care, visit hims.com/momcan'tcook. That's hims.com/momcan'tcook for your free online visit.
hims.com/momcan'tcook. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. Featured products include compounded drug products which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information.
This podcast is supported by The RealReal. Meet Christine. She loves shopping. And this is the sound of fashion overload. Too many fabulous things, not enough space. So Christine started selling with The RealReal.
I've always loved collecting designer pieces. Gucci bags, Prada heels. But my style keeps evolving. Selling with The RealReal? Game changer. I earn more, and they do everything.
Seriously, just drop off your items or schedule a pickup. We handle the photos, descriptions, pricing, even shipping. You just sit back and watch your items sell. Fast. To our 38 million members.
And I get peace of mind knowing I earn more selling with The RealReal than anywhere else.
Exactly. That's the sound of your closet working for you. The RealReal. Earn more, save time, sell fast. And right now, you can get an extra $100 site credit when you sell for the first time. Go to therealreal.com to get your extra $100. Therealreal.com. That's therealreal.com.
So yes, everyone's left and it's just Jared. What just happened? She says. A Christmas miracle, says Jared. I'll take you up on that, Coco, he says, grabs her arm and pulls her inside her own house.
So inside, they have Coco. Emily says she always thought her parents were bad for forcing people to do prescribed activities all holiday long that cost a lot of money, or else they would get fined a lot of money. But now...
Forced out of their home.
Yeah, but now she's thinking, actually, it's good and they liked it.
Yeah, Jared agrees.
Yeah, Jared says they live for this. Think about how many lives your parents changed by giving them all these amazing memories over the years, he says. The only good thing you'd get out of living in this neighbourhood is like dinner party anecdotes to share with your new neighbours when you finally leave. So Jared asks if she still has the old photos of them. Emily says, my parents threw everything out that was old unless it was Christmas related.
Yeah.
So that's a no to childhood photos being kept, yes to literally any landfill gingerbread man ornament that is lying around.
Or any photograph taken during the month of December.
Yeah, exactly. We've got childhood memories in the month of December. Oh, do you remember when you went to summer camp? We have like a photo album of that. No, I threw it away.
Burned it.
To make room for a waving snowman. So Emily vows to search for the photos.
I threw it away to make room for 250 issues of the Christmas Radio Times. I've gotten close with your parents, says Jared.
Oh, yeah.
Out of nowhere. And what they talk about more than anything else is you. Did you see that new article that Emily edited? Did you know she kickboxes? I know everything, he says. Yeah. I know your favourite sandwich. I know you're afraid of basements, but not attics. I know you love Nickelback. He sort of reels off all of the knowledge coins that he's placing into the woman's slot machine.
Chad Kroger was my everything, says Emily, not spotting these million billion red flags. Emily says, well, my parents go on and on about you. Well, they did welcome me with arms wide open, says Jared. And that's a joke because he's trying to do a Nickelback reference, but he got Creed. He said Creed instead. My note is, what a 0 out of 10 individual. So Emily says she has to go because she forgot she's got this meeting with Pamela. Jared says, don't worry, I'll let myself out. And then when Emily leaves, instead of doing that, he stretches languidly on a great big chair as if he's moving in. But I guess he's like, soon this will all be mine.
This will all be mine.
Yeah.
Once the promised union takes place.
Yeah. Once my promised consort is
delivered unto me.
Yeah.
He returns to playing with his nutcrackers. Pamela's, she is furious. It's 5:23 and we agreed on a round 4. Pamela's daughter walks up and says, "Is this the lady that made you fill up the swear jar?"
Emily says that she bought her dad's checklist and she unfurls one of those big comedy scrolls. "This is the one he used for years," she says. "But it can't be, because it's a big checklist. So if he used it for years, wouldn't it be filled in already? Wouldn't it? It's got, like, it would have check marks, wouldn't it? Does he?
Well, unless he never did it any other year.
Yeah, I guess so.
They never say he completed it.
Yeah. So Emily says, "How can I make it up to you, Pamela?" And Pamela says, "You can make it up to me by threading popcorn." She has to hot glue stockings for her daughter's Girl Scout troop. So while she does that, Emily can thread like 1,000 pieces of popcorn. Why? There's no reason.
It's unclear. Is that a sort of traditional American holiday decoration?
I mean, I get like a sort of... Yeah, I guess, but like, why? Well, you're here to discuss the snowman tableau, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there
Say,
enough?
"Look, Pamela, I'm sorry I'm late. Do you want to discuss the snowman tableau or not?"
Yeah.
And she'll say, "No, I'm angry." We're like, "Fine. I literally don't care about this."
Fine, bye then. Just go inside, lock the door, and just, I don't know, just do what you want. Like, force their hand.
Yeah, get into some real brinksmanship with Jared.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it, Jared?
That'd be great. Yeah. So, item 1 is to get an HOA permit, which is absolutely insane because this whole thing is the HOA's idea. Pamela explains how she will butter up the HOA. She's like, "Oh, I know exactly how to butter up the HOA to get the permit." What? The HOA's, this is the HOA's idea.
You live or die at the HOA's whims. Maybe we will grant the permit and maybe we won't.
Oh, if you want to live in your home, you must do a snowman tableau. Okay, can I do a snowman tableau? Oh, not so fast.
Dance first. Yes. Yes, capital.
Yes.
Now marry Jared. Yes, good.
Married, yes.
The next day, they're going around the neighbourhood getting donations for the snowman tableau, anything like buttons and carrots and old clothes and stuff.
They go to Jared's house. He opens his garage.
They go to Ned's house first, and he has a bit of Ned Broadhead week comedy where he suggests donating 12 hazmat suits, and they're like, "Ned, this bit feels a little overwritten," and he's like, "You know what? You're right."
You know what? You're right.
The next scene.
I'll leave the film now. They go to Jared's. He has a trash can full of coal in his garage. "Why?" they say. "Not for burning," he says. "They're stocking stuffers for naughty kids." Right. Now, Jared doesn't himself have children.
No.
So why is he putting coal in other children's...
Why does he have any influence on the contents of children's stockings?
Look, I mean, I know that Jared obviously takes Christmas way too seriously, but I hate to break it to you, Jared, but there aren't actually really any naughty children. You know? Yeah. The whole thing is a threat to get the kids to behave, but the kids get the presents on Christmas, right?
Like, regardless.
Yeah. So like, the coal there's no real naughty list, Jared. And also, if there is a naughty list, Santa does it. It's not up to you to sort of march around inspecting the children of the neighbourhood and being like, naughty, didn't doff cap at Jared, HOA princeling. Coal!
1 million pieces coal.
Sentence you to coal.
Yeah. Sorry. Can you send your dad out here? I would like to. Yeah, I'd like to talk to him. Hi. Yeah. So I assume you're putting a stocking out for your kid this Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like you to place this coal in it, please.
Okay. We already bought him like some Hot Wheels. He's really into Hot Wheels.
No, throw those out. It's coal.
Okay.
Coal's all he'll get.
Well, we told him he could have Hot Wheels if he sort of did good in school, and he's doing pretty.
Coal.
Okay.
1 million pieces coal.
Now, listen, Jared.
Sir, unhand me.
I haven't. Jared, I didn't touch you, Jared. Jared, I'm stood 20 feet away from you.
Unhand me, you brute, you beast.
Oh my God, right, Jared, I'm going back inside, and I'm leaving. Mummy!
Force them out of their home. Violation, HOA violation. The home is forfeit.
Okay, Jared, please don't come near my son again.
So Jared says all of that. He says he doesn't have
the family's home is burned.
The family is homeless. I don't have the heart to put them in anyone's stockings, he says. So they're just snowman eyes. He puts them up to his own eyes, and then he goes, "Hello, have you been on the naughty list?" Santa says otherwise. Inexplicably, Emily joins in this bit.
Yeah. I've written, instead of hurting him as badly as possible with whatever's to hand, Emily joins in.
Joins in this bit.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a robot with coal for eyes.
Yeah. What? Why wouldn't you pretend to be a snowman? But they're like, meow, meow, hello, have you ever been on the naughty list? You must comply. Blah, blah, blah,
you are
blah,
a mean lady. Yeah, maybe that's how they think snowmen talk. I don't know.
So their rounds are nearly complete, and Emily and Pamela have a conversation, and we learn Pamela's tragic backstory that recontextualizes her horrible personality. Trust me, this is going to change your opinion of Pamela. Get this. Her husband travels for work, and he wasn't able to get a flight back until the afternoon of Christmas Day.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
That's the whole thing.
No, that's the whole thing. That's the end of it.
Yeah. Her husband is a Jonas brother, and unfortunately Santa exploded his plane. And he won't be arriving home. Her husband, Kevin Jonas, won't be arriving home until Christmas Day.
They find Jared posting a letter. Emily assumes that he's fining her again, but no, it's simply an invite to yet another activity.
Yeah.
His white elephant party.
Pamela warns her that the party gets violent. Last year, the police had to break it up, brackets question mark. If Ned is there, don't bring power tools, warns Jared. The White Elephant Party still gives Pamela night terrors, she says. They come and go, she says, and then she walks off into the night with a 1,000-yard stare. Yeah. Now that she's gone, says Jared, and he hits Emily with a citation for no lawn display. She explains she was busy fulfilling her other 1,000 obligations to the HOA. Yep. And he says, that's why the penalty has been reduced to mandatory attendance at my White Elephant Party. She chuckles indulgently at this breathtaking act of control.
Yeah. No lawn display. The sentence is, you must come to my party.
Come to my party and bring a gift for me and cake. Yes.
I'm imagining like a string quartet nervously performing like Christmas songs or something.
Faster, jollier.
I'm not feeling very jolly.
I will execute one musician every minute until it's jollier. Pulls out a hand crossbow and shoots the cellist.
So Emily sort of giggles. Then they go to her house, but there is no lawn display. So they call Emily's parents, who go, OMG, is that Jared? Because they're on like a Skype call together, and the parents
they're
are
hanging out together. Oh, lovely.
They're hanging out together. The plan's working. But they break the terrible news. They don't have any of their old lawn displays because every year Dad donated the display. Because, as you'll know, charities are always saying, please, do you have any 9-foot-high wireframe snowmen?
In January.
The needy of America are asking for 9-foot wireframe snowmen. Please say you have some. Anyway, I was sort of chuckling away, but also thinking, well, at least that is one small act of charity from these like rich scumbags. But forget that.
Because Dad says, as soon as Mum leaves the room, he says, Emily, I kept everything. It's all in a storage locker I pay thousands of dollars a year to maintain. Yeah. The key is in a shoe polish tin in my desk. You must go and retrieve the choicest pieces and put them on the lawn.
I've never parted with a single 9-foot-high wireframe snowman.
I've never given anything to charity.
Never, ever, ever.
All my money is mine. All my money is mine, Emily.
So Emily and Jared head to the Dad's secret storage unit,
right?
Which has a Christmas bow painted on the door.
Yeah.
They open it up. Emily says it's like an episode of Hoarders Holiday Edition.
Jared visibly climaxes.
He says it's like a dream. And he gazes upon this Aladdin's cave. There's like plastic snowmen, a big plastic man in a hat. There's a stack of plastic presents.
Plastic carolers from like Victorian carolers.
There's quite a lot of big dolls in Dad's secret Christmas cabin.
Yeah. It's not all Christmas stuff.
There's also a box labelled C4.
Well, that's if anyone gets too many citations, their house gets exploded.
Yeah. So they regard this load of crap, and we hard cut to the lawn display that they've put together out of it. It's like crude animal parodies of the neighbourhood. Ned is a polar bear, Mary and Bob are penguins, the elf is Pamela, because she's always hard at work, Emily explains. Emily is Rudolph, a new kid trying to fit in, and Jared says, "Where am I?
Where am I?
Where am
Which
I?
one am I?
Am I not to feature in the tableau?" Emily takes Jared's citation pad from him and puts it in the hand of a big lawn Santa.
I'm Santa.
Of course you are. Who else would you be?
Do you know when I was a little kid, I actually wanted to be Santa Claus when I grew up?
Aw. Were you just heartbroken when you found out that wasn't possible?
I have studied and researched the Santa Claus 1, 2, and 3. I am convinced it is still possible. Oh, everybody.
What happened here? Did a Christmas comet land on your house? Well, I guess you could say I got into the spirit a bit.
Red, this is Clark Griswold, the whole decoration. Did you do this all by yourself?
Jared helped.
Are you her boyfriend now?
Oh, no.
Do you want to be?
Nicole, we're just friends.
Yeah, friends.
Okay, so this is our first mention of how Jared wants to be the real Santa.
To be the real Santa, which is treated in an odd way in this trilogy of films, because we know that the third one ends with him being accepted to the prestigious Norwegian Santa Academy,
yeah.
where they teach you to be the real Santa.
I guess. I don't know. He's just indulged. Jared is just indulged everywhere he goes. So the plot advancing child, she sort of continues with her, kids say the darndest things act, as you heard there. She's like, "Oh, I see you fancy each other." Kevin, her dad, is there.
Kevin, her dad, I can't describe him any other way than he looks evil. Or... I don't know how else to describe him. He just looks evil.
Is this just because this film is so sinister you're just waiting for I know that one of you is actual Satan. Who is it?
Now that I'm describing, I know exactly who he reminds me of, and it's Donald Trump Jr.
Okay. Yeah.
That might be why.
There you go. So Kevin says, "Sorry if plot advancing child made you feel uncomfortable. We encourage our daughter to say whatever she wants to anyone without consideration for their feelings, because it's our parenting style and we think it's fine."
We think it's good. They go inside to have a Christmas evening together. Jared is invited. He does an awkward hand slap with evil dad. And then inside they play charades.
Sort of.
Jared does the Carlton dance from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Kevin goes, "The Christmas Carlton." And everyone laughs and agrees that this is a thing.
Of course, the Christmas Carlton. It seems like they're playing a variant of charades where you just get up and mime whatever the you want.
For example, the Christmas Carlton.
The Christmas Carlton. Anyway, forget about all that, because it's finally time for the snowman tableau.
the feast for the senses that is the snowman tableau.
This is so...
The garden of sensual delights.
Here's how the famous snowman tableau works. There's a big table in the tarmac circle, a big heap of all the things you need for snowmen.
Yeah.
Coal and clothes and carrots.
If you've ever seen a quick drag challenge in RuPaul's Drag Race, it's that. A big pile of crap and you have to run to it and get it and then use it.
Yeah, except you only use it to sort of make a snowman.
Yeah.
There are around 20 extras stood around and none of them are smiling.
They're all wondering when they're going to get their $15.
Yeah.
And their Jimmy John sub.
"Let the fun begin," the HOA commands. And a song plays that goes, "That's what Christmas means to me, my love," while the neighbourhood puts together their snowmen. I mean, the snowmen are so
obviously plastic.
So obviously plastic. So obviously. No, you don't understand. This isn't like how they looked plastic in Hot Frosty.
No.
This is they're plastic and hollow. When people pat them as if they're pretending to pat a snowman, you can see the entire thing wobbling.
There's a shot where you can see someone patting a handful of snow onto one of these snowmen, and the snow all just sort of rolls off it. Because it's made of plastic.
One of the snowmen that they've built is 3 perfect spheres separated by a large perfect white column. It's like a sci-fi snowman. Earth snow couldn't possibly be made to sort of support itself in this way.
There's a shot of Jared placing a pipe next to a snowman's face, and then there's a hard cut, and then the pipe is in his face. They couldn't show it going in because it's made of plastic.
The acting on all this stuff is nuts. Have you ever noticed or had it pointed out to you and then you can't unsee it, how in movies and TV shows, when it's a dinner scene, nobody ever puts food in their mouths. They just move the food around and stuff because it's bad for continuity to actually eat anything.
Yeah.
This is like that. Everyone's just gently touching plastic snowmen, performing minor adjustments to these plastic snowmen that are unyielding and can't be adjusted because the hat and the scarf and the nose are all one fused plastic piece.
Yeah,
but they're just sort of pushing on bits of it.
Emily and Jared are working on a snowman together and they're sort of just touching the hat but not moving it in any way, just sort of patting it and touching it over and over again. Jared tells Emily that there is now a mandatory dress code for his mandatory party and it is ugly sweaters. It is mandatory.
Also, having made a big thing of Jared's coal collection, their snowman's eyes are flawless black discs.
Yeah, like dragon glass.
Yeah, yes, embedded hockey pucks or something. It couldn't look worse.
It's really terrible. Suddenly, Pac, the plot advancement child, throws a snowball at Jared.
Good.
You know what this means? Snowball fight, he says. No rules, no mercy, screams Ned Broadhead, and a snowball fight begins. It all seems quite personal. People are all sort of shouting barbed insults at each other about long remembered feuds in the neighborhood. Of
course. Everyone is exhausted. Everyone is skint. There's no money. There's no energy. There's no time. Everyone sort of has to do this. They have to have this snowball fight.
It's mandatory or they'll lose their home. They have to have this snowball fight. The snowball fight is so funny. They stand in two lines facing each other on opposite sides of the street. No one moves. They just grimly drill snowballs into each other's faces.
Well, maybe it's not allowed to stop until everyone's been hit 3 times in the face or something.
They just grimly launch snowballs across the street into their opposite number's face over and over again until Jared declares it over.
It's like when you hear about those battles that were just after the invention of gunpowder and stuff, and it's but you would still have cavalry and stuff sort of marching slowly towards the enemy line, but they would just sort of stand in rows and shoot each other.
They grimly drill snowballs into each other's faces until Jared goes, enough You may all keep your homes.
Yes, apart from you.
Get the C4.
Yeah. Okay, so later on, Emily is at home. She goes through her parents' enormous rack of hideous Christmas jumpers for the ugly sweater party. She finds a red shoebox labelled Christmas Memories Do Not Throw Out. It's got a handful of Polaroids of the family and the neighbours in it. I was really, annoyed when she found this, and I think it just crystallises what's so up about the Christmas in this film. Emily's parents live in a 16-wing mansion, and they've got a small hidden shoebox that is dedicated to the actual meaning of Christmas, which is to say making memories and sharing good times with loved ones.
A nice time with your friends.
And it's and it's sort of hidden in a shameful little secret shoebox, buried under a postcode's worth of microplastics. It's just grim. Anyway,
there's Polaroids of all the neighborhoods back as they were in those days. Emily puts on a sweater, takes the camera and goes with her white elephant present over to Jared, whose porch contains 2 Christmas trees, 2 wreaths and a 6-foot nutcracker and a wooden Santa holding a chalkboard that says Santa is in.
God.
Jared answers the door. Emily takes a Polaroid of him and he says, what we really need is this, he says. He takes a selfie with her. This will go perfectly with the other one. He hisses and leads her through to the kitchen where the Polaroid of them as children is pinned to a cupboard.
Okay.
You still have it? She says. Yeah, I love that photo, he says.
I love that photo. Imagine you took a photo with your friend when you were 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And listener, you probably did that when you were 8 years old, maybe took a photo with a friend. Now imagine that you never saw that friend again.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as a man in your late 30s who lives alone, you have that photo prominently displayed, and there are no other photos in your house.
Uh-huh.
This isn't a Polaroid amongst photos of Jared's parents or anything like that. This is the only, because everything else in his house is just plastic Christmas crap.
Plastic Christmas crap from Spencer's Gifts, yeah.
Yeah, this is he just has this Polaroid of him when he was 8 with his friend who he hasn't seen since then.
But she was promised to him.
Exactly.
Is his promised consort.
We cut to Jared playing guitar while everyone sings good old Saint Nick. The room is really brightly lit.
You'll remember that this party is mandatory, by the way. You remember?
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All they do at this party is sing carols in a circle and clap.
Yeah. At one point, Pamela sings that "Fall on Your Knees" song a cappella. We see Ned and Jared singing Jingle Bells, but apparently they're having to read the lyrics off of Ned's phone.
Yeah.
Which is odd for such Christmas-minded people.
I know. Anyway, Emily brings out the photos and everyone looks through them.
You'd never know it, but Jared's actually very stressed out.
About what?
The Christmas carnival. The Santa he booked had to cancel. Apparently, he sprained his lap. No! Well, can't he find a replacement? No, it's 3 days till Christmas. Everybody's booked. He's already so busy with everything else, I'm worried he's not going to find anyone.
Maybe I could help find someone.
That would be wonderful. I'll tell him you'll take it off his plate. He'll be so relieved.
Maybe Ned could do it.
My record is 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Pain is all in the mind.
Keep thinking.
Okay, a lot to unpack here.
Yeah. Let's cover off what you heard at the end. That was Ned burning his hand for no reason. He just wants to feel something.
That was Ned holding his hand in a candle flame, trying to deprogram his mind from this Christmas cult.
Yeah,
perhaps
unsuccessfully.
Searing hand pain will do it. No.
I want to heavily discuss Santa spraining his lap.
I mean, that sounds like a euphemism you would tell the children.
Never hire
Certainly.
this Santa again.
Unfortunately, children.
Santa sprained his lap. Okay.
Yeah. What was he doing with his lap? Sprain.
I don't know. Santa's lap shouldn't be at risk of sprain.
No.
At all, because it should be inactive. It should be completely inert. To sprain your lap, you have to move your lap. And Santa shouldn't be moving his lap.
Santa should not be moving his lap so violently that he sprains it. They're just lowering children onto this lap and they're getting thrust into the sky like Buckaroo.
Yeah.
It's like a mechanical bull.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh God.
Don't hire this Santa again. So, and Ned, meanwhile, is setting his hand on fire. And Jared goes, "Ned, stop it." As if Ned burns himself recreationally all the time.
So we get a montage of the White Elephant Party. Most of the gifts are humorous, except for some very obvious product placement from the Ninja Speedy air fryer.
Oh my God, it's absolutely wild. It's just a load of silly, funny plastic crap, and then a Ninja Speedy. And I think it's Mary opens it and goes, "Oh, a Ninja Speedy.
This is top of the line.
Don't anyone think about swapping this," she says.
Yep. We see everyone hugging it and trying to keep it because it's the best present. It's given extremely undue prominence in the White Elephant montage.
My notes on this White Elephant scene are really quite sparse because I got distracted during it, like imagining General Grievous from Star Wars dropping through the ceiling and killing everyone.
Okay.
Well, just like, while they're like, oh, Jared's like, oh, you take a wrap present, steal from someone else, and there's a lightning round, 10 seconds for one final swap, and then there's a number system, and they're all passing around this plastic crap, and then all of a sudden, like from the ceiling, and they try to run, but General Grievous is way too fast. And his arms
Why specifically General Grievous?
Because General Grievous can kill in every direction at once. and he's so visually frightening, and they would have never seen anything like it.
That's true.
It would be really frightening for them, and there's no way they could escape. He could be the kind of like Beyblade of death that I need to happen.
In this White Elephant Party.
Like, don't get me wrong, you could put most characters from Star Wars dropping through the ceiling, and I think they could kill everyone, but it wouldn't, like, nothing would have the same sort of impact.
Impact is General Grievous being airdropped into this just through a skylight, just crashing in. And because he's a droid, he could sort of crash in and he could sort of be like hot from re-entry. Yeah, 6 lightsabers ignite simultaneously.
And he's just doing that kind of like impassive, like wheezy breathing stuff.
Yeah. That does sound good.
It does, doesn't it?
So the next day kicks off perhaps the worst character moment for Jared in this entire film. Emily walks up to him in the street and explains that she found a Santa. Evil dad Kevin has been convinced to do it. Jared looks crestfallen. She's like, are you not happy? He's like, no, I'm just a little stressed. Good luck with Kevin.
Yeah,
his world seems to be in a shambles.
I have a lot on my plate. So Emily's trying to reach out to Jared and help him, but it's not taking for some reason. Strange. Oh well, she keeps trucking on. She goes to Pamela to ask if she'll make a Santa suit. Just give me his measurements stem to stern, says Pamela. She says, remember, I have a PhD in arts and crafts, which qualifies her to make a Santa suit. How about this? Buy one. You can all afford it. The shops are still open. So Emily calls her parents, who are in a pool in Florida. Everyone's working so hard, but this time it doesn't feel like work. It's kind of magical, says Emily.
I understand why you and Dad neglected me in favour of Christmas and the HOA, she says.
Yeah.
That's right, honey, says her mum. How's it going with Jared? She asks pointedly.
Yeah.
Emily's like, well, of course, I find his insane adherence to HOA rules and constant berating me for the length of my nutcracker to be extremely charming.
Yeah.
But it is weird. When his Santa cancelled and I found someone else to do it, he acted offended.
That's so strange. Why could that be? Yeah. She tells Mum that he's actually stressed. And then Mum explains, doesn't she, Andy?
She does. She says, you did offend him, sweetie, by not asking the one person it would mean the most to. That's right. I'm talking about the J-Man. Emily is shocked. Oh, my God, how did I not think of that, Mom? And Mom says, I guess I've still got some of those mom skills lying around. It's worth pointing out that the mom character in this film delivers every line with a sort of sassy head wobble, like her head is on a spring.
Yeah.
Guess I've still got some of those mom skills, she says.
Skills. Yeah.
Wobbling around.
Also, that's such a weird, disingenuous thing to say to your daughter when you took down all the Christmas decorations and told the whole neighbourhood you were doing that and that she was coming back.
Gaslit her into coming down.
Like, oh, Emily, you did hurt his feelings. You were thoughtless. You were shockingly cruel to poor Jared when you didn't ask him if he could be Santa. Because you've got to remember, darling, Jared is a huge baby who's always wanted to be Santa. And when...
For real.
Well, how about this, Jared? Leader of the HOA. Why don't you just f***ing be Santa? Why were you hiring a Santa in the first place if you want to be Santa?
It's his
Jared
decision.
Doesn't seem like the type of person to deny himself any pleasure, does he?
No, he holds the purse strings. He made the hiring decision.
Yeah.
So Emily sighs, I have to go fix this, she says.
No, you don't.
This being Jared is sad because no one asked him to be Santa Claus.
Jesus Christ. Oh, my God.
No, come back. Come back.
I have to go fix this. The harm that I did not asking a man approaching 40 to be Santa Claus because I know he so desperately wants to be Santa Claus. When will Jared's Christmas dreams come true?
When will things go right for this handsome white architect who lives in a $2.5 million house?
Will I ever get to be a Santa Claus? I thought Emily would ask me to be a Santa Claus, but she asked Kevin to be a Santa Claus. Mummy!
So Emily goes over to Jared's house. He's changed the Santa sign to say Santa is out. The doorbell goes. Previously, he had a novelty Christmas doorbell, but he has disabled the driver because Emily didn't ask him to be Santa.
Oh my God, Jared, be Santa
He
Claus.
answers the door with a face like thunder.
He's looking extremely sad. Hello, he says. No more chime on your door, asks Emily. Wasn't feeling it. His Christmas joy having been crushed by not being asked to be Santa Claus.
Maybe this will help put you back in the holiday spirit, she says, and hands him the little nutcracker.
And stabs him in the throat.
On the verge of tears, Jared takes it and tells her it's still too small for her watch.
Yeah. But she says, it has sentimental value. That right there is how you first got me into the Christmas spirit on Evergreen Lane. And since then, I have had the best week. And it's because of you.
You're so devoted to making everyone happy that I foolishly assumed you were too busy to fulfill your true calling this year.
What are you saying to me right now?
That I think you would make the best Santa ever. And I am so sorry I didn't ask before. But I'm here now. Just a girl, standing in front of a boy, asking him to be the most perfect Santa Claus.
I thought you'd never ask.
So happy you're happy.
Thank you.
Sure. We actually have to get to Pamela's list so we can give you your sizes.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh my God.
What have they done to poor Emily?
What have they must have snuck into her room while she slept and done something to her brain, something surgical.
I think this has been in their parents' mind since like before they were born. I think, they've like everything has been all like engineering has been working around to exactly this interaction. And Jared's just following a script,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he memorized 25 years ago.
Yeah, I bet he's still doing a bad job.
What's upsetting in this scene is that the subtitles, for this scene, keep adding the phrase grunts softly. According to the subtitles for this scene, Emily grunts softly twice. And then at the end, Jared hoists Emily into the sky, and then he grunts softly. So like Doom guy checking a wall for secret doors.
Yes. The satisfied grunt of a man who finally gets to be Santa Claus.
Yeah.
His dream. So we cut to Jared being forced into a Santa suit. It's too small because Pamela made one to fit Kevin back when Emily was still being a heartless witch who took on hiring Santa but didn't think to ask Jared. It doesn't fit right, it's too small, and Jared's all hot and cross. This will never work, he says. And then he says, oh, Ned has a Santa suit.
Yeah.
So like, maybe share that with Emily for sooner so that Pamela didn't have to give up the remaining 30 seconds of time she has between other HOA responsibilities to make a Santa suit. Fine.
They go around to Ned's house. There's some weak Ned Broadhead comedy. They tell him to f*** off. And then we cut to Ned saying that he officially nominates Emily Melrose to be assigned to Team Kringle as one of Santa's helpers.
Yeah.
Jared co-signs the motion passes. Huzzah, they all say. She's given a stupid walkie-talkie. Attention, Team Kringle, she says. Mount up. I've written, she is gone. There is nothing left.
There's nothing left of Emily. Dan is too late.
Yeah. The grotto is set up in the cul-de-sac for the Christmas carnival. Want to take it for a test spin? Asks Emily, pointing to the Santa chair. Jared hesitates. Come on, it's just a chair, she says. This is not just a chair, he says. This is where reality is suspended, where children still believe in magic. It is really special, says Emily of this stupid chair.
I know. Jared works up the courage to sit in this big plastic Santa throne. He sits down in it like he's Captain f***ing Kirk.
Taking command of the Enterprise for the first time.
Yeah.
The weight of responsibility. 800 souls rest in his hands.
You were made for this, says Emily. I strongly disagree. Santa is a figure of generosity, warmth and wisdom. And this is like the opposite of who Jared is. Jared is the worst Santa on the planet. Emily says that she should head home because she has a big day tomorrow. Oh, I caught that, says Jared smugly. What? Asks Emily. That's the first time since being back that you've referred to your parents' place as home.
Yeah.
And Emily's like, oh my God, I guess I did. Shocked at the obvious importance of this. I mean, we as humans use the word home to mean basically nothing, don't we? Home just means like back where I was before.
Yep.
You would say I'm heading home if you were staying in a hotel somewhere, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Or you say I'm heading home for Christmas to see my mum and dad.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Very normal thing to say.
Oh, I caught that.
I caught that.
Don't think I didn't notice.
No. I'm putting it all up here.
I've noticed everything, and I put it in my big book.
I know your favourite sandwich.
Yes.
You know you like Nickelback. Oh, yes.
Mummy, the Pritt stick got on my fingers when I was scrapbooking my big Emily book.
Mummy, I ate the Pritt stick and there's none left. It tasted bad, Mummy.
Mummy, I cuddled my rabbit.
I cut my rabbit up and it won't move anymore and the Pritt stick won't put it back together. She bumps into Pamela on her way home. So Pamela is upset. She says, what's wrong? She says she spoke to her husband, Alan. It looks like there's a winter storm system moving into the east.
Oh, my God.
It's supposed to hit on the 25th.
Good.
His flights will most definitely be cancelled. And I have to tell Helen again that there'll be no daddy at Christmas.
My note is, I think Helen will get enough Christmas. I mean, just like look around. Like, Helen is not going to suffer for a lack of Christmas, is she?
Yeah.
Pamela sobs, I really didn't want to be alone this Christmas. And her and Emily embrace. Later on, Emily is wearing a fluffy sweater that reads, "I have accepted Christmas into my heart." And she phones Dan, the ex. "We need to talk." That's all we get. Yeah. And then we cut straight to the Christmas carnival or whatever it is, the big party.
It's in full swing. Kids are getting candy, gingerbread houses are admired, wreaths are bought, hot chocolate is dispensed. Mm-hmm. Emily is there with Kevin, Jess and Puck. The plot advancement child asks to see Santa. Jess asks Emily if she's going to move back, and Emily says, "If I see a place to rent, maybe I'll consider it."
Yeah.
We see Jared doing Santa, and regrettably, he's very bad at it.
He's really, really... Okay. Quick side note. It seems unlikely that there's, Emily, that you're going to find somewhere to rent here, because I imagine renting out your house is forbidden by the HOA.
Yes.
That seems like the kind of thing that they would clamp down on. So, okay, let's talk about Santa Jared. He's chosen to do a sort of high-pitched hissing voice for Santa.
He's interpreted jolly old Saint Nick as a sort of reedy man on his deathbed.
Yes. Welcome, children. And what would you like for Christmas? What would you like for Christmas? Plus, this isn't going to make sense to everyone, but it'll make sense to many listeners. But I thought it sounded like the voice I do for DeLacy when I'm playing Deadlands.
Right. It's like,
"Hey, what do you want for Christmas?"
He sounds to me like 100-year-old man dying of a snake bite.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Okay.
Also, the beard doesn't fit him properly. It's hanging very loosely off his face.
Yeah, he's the worst Santa in the world. No surprise to anyone. But everyone...
He's not been to Norwegian Santa Academy.
Everyone has to clap and say well done or they get evicted. Let's hear him be Santa.
What makes you think your Aunt Emily wants that handsome architect to take her out on a date?
Well, she said she didn't like him, but you know what that means.
Thanks for the tip, kiddo. Merry Christmas.
You too.
Oh, Trixie, who do we have next?
Trixie doesn't care. Alan!
Pamela.
So at the end you heard there, Alan made it home for Christmas. He did it. And amazingly, not only did Alan not tell Pamela he was coming, he didn't go straight to his house.
We see Alan, he's at the popcorn stand. He's gone straight to the popcorn stand.
He's buying a big bucket of popcorn. It's Christmas Day and he managed to make it home, and he's like, "Any minute now I'll go home and see my wife and daughter, but first I might eat a great big bucket of popcorn."
Hang on, is that popcorn? Whoa. With butter? Oh, the kids can wait.
So Pamela and Alan run to each other and hug. The movie feels to me like Alan should be a cameo. I was trying to figure out if Alan... Because, it's kind of like, and who should have made it at the last minute? Alan! But
it's Chef Bobby Flay.
Yeah, but I think Alan is just a guy, so it's like, cool, there's 5 minutes left of the film. Be excited for
new characters.
Alan!
We get a shot of Emily and Kevin and Jess and Puck watching them reunite. They're apparently kissing to an extent that Kevin has to cover Puck's eyes to shield her from the erotic tableau.
Alan is played by Eric Mabius, who played the Crow. He's one of the actors who's portrayed the Crow, so that's kind of fun.
Okay. So you're... Okay, listener, feel free to imagine the Crow dressed all in leather with corpse paint makeup and long dark hair walking into Evergreen Lane.
Would recommend.
That's our Christmas gift to you.
Okay, later that evening, Jared approaches Emily. He's taken the beard off, even though there's loads of kids still around.
Jared is such a shitty Santa. He's wandering around the cul-de-sac in the Santa suit without the beard on.
Yeah.
So all the kids can see him.
Yeah. Mummy, I'm tired of being Santa.
Go away, kids. Santa's not real.
The children are smelly. Everyone leave me alone.
I sprained my lap.
So he asks, "How did you do it, Emily? How did you get a popular character, Alan, home?" Emily explains that her ex, Dan, works for an airline, so she called in a huge favour and got him on the last flight before the storm hit.
And got a pilot to fly through the Category 5 kill storm. So that Alan could come up.
So that Alan could get his big bucket.
Unfortunately, the plane did go down in the Rockies. But it was worth it to try for Christmas.
If she could call in a huge favour, why didn't she ask for him to give up the lease on the flat? if there was a huge favour to be called in.
Yeah. Or buy her a Christmas present.
Yeah. So she asks Jared how it was being Santa. Greatest night of my life, he says, looking wistful. But he has one more request. He says, how would you like to go on a date with an architect? He's remembering, of course, little plot-advancing child's wishes that they get together. She agrees, they flirt a bit, and we crossfade to Christmas morning.
She wakes up in her childhood bedroom, which is now adorned with Nickelback posters.
Yeah.
We have a very special Nickelback Christmas concert, December 17th, 2007 at the Velour. This is the same poster they used in Hall Out the Halloween, but we get a better look at it this time.
Nice touch.
I'm going to just text it to Luke so he can have a closer look.
Oh, yes, please. A very special Nickelback Christmas concert. And at the top, there's a clip art picture of Santa, and underneath it says photograph brackets of Santa.
It says, look at this photograph brackets of Santa.
Look at this photograph.
It's a Nickelback reference.
Of Santa.
We also see a poster for Hard Rock, Nickelback live at the old Salt Air stage. We also get Utah Department of Corrections presents Nickelback in concert at the Utah State Penitentiary.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
None of these are real concerts that happened. I looked them up.
Well done for doing the research. Okay, so it's Christmas. Emily springs out of bed. It's a sort of repeat of the flashback from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, her first stop is to gaze longingly at her parents' empty bed.
Yeah, she knows they're not there.
Yeah.
It's Christmas morning. She just runs into her parents' bedroom and touches the bed and looks sad. Of course, she's in the house alone, and seeing the bed only confirms it.
Yeah.
She goes to the living room where there's a gigantic tree, but strangely on the floor, there's a little present. What gives? She bends down.
Suddenly, her parents leap out of a side hatch and attack her. We couldn't be away for the big day, says Mom.
Yes, you could. You said you could. Why do you lie constantly?
Why is everything you've said a lie? Mum says, nice lawn display. Did you put the key to the storage unit back in the shoe polish tin? Head wobble. She knew all along.
She knew all along. More lies. They ask Emily how her week was. She says it was wonderful and so on. Amazing to realise just what it is that her parents started here on Evergreen Lane, an oppressive gatekeeping organisation to stop Christmas from ever changing.
Yeah, the unbelievably Byzantine laws of which required you to neglect me as a child.
Yes, exactly. But Mum and Dad have one more gift to give.
And thank you so much for looking out for the place. It was the best Christmas gift you could have ever given us.
And now we want to give you the best gift we can think of.
It's your keychain. I don't get it.
Those are the keys to your new home on Evergreen Lane.
Are you serious?
If you want the house, it's yours.
We can't imagine it any other way.
I mean, yes. 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 Oh, I love you guys so much.
Merry Christmas, all. Right on cue.
Okay, so when Emily's offered the home, she says yes.
Yeah. And then suddenly, the entire neighborhood starts singing Joy to the World, like pressed up against the window, like clawing at the glass like zombies in Dawn of the Dead.
It makes sense because they knew this was happening. They knew the parent. Why did the parents, everyone in the neighborhood clearly knew that Emily's mum and dad were coming back on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Why did they tell Emily they weren't?
To trick her.
To trick her into loving Jared.
To trick, yeah. Now, the crowd are all going to bear Emily away to the impregnation clinic. so the prophecy can be fulfilled.
So they all go to get into their robes, leaving Jared there on her porch. Guess what he's doing? He's measuring her nutcracker. Good. Yeah. Good character progression, Jared.
Also, somehow, he measures her nutcracker and he says it's barely 36 inches. So her nutcracker has shrunk 6 inches since she put it on the porch. Because it was 42 inches last time he measured it.
Jared's been sanding down the bottom.
So he can give her a citation.
Yeah.
Oh,
man.
This friggin' guy.
We're so close to the end. Hold tight, folks. So then So then what happens?
Jared asks her if she'll take their offer. She says she's kind of on the fence about the neighborhood. The HOA is very strict. And then Jared says, I took an oath to protect this neighborhood, and I intend to honor it, he says. That just gave me goosebumps. Is that strange? Says Emily. Yes, I say. Not at all, says Jared. She writes a citation for him. It says, kiss me on it. Jared says, I think I can handle that. And I guess you'll have to describe the rest of the movie, Luke, because this is the point I threw my television out the window.
I don't have any. I've got nothing else. Is there anything else? Do they kiss and it just sort of pans out, right? There's no more, right?
Yeah, she says in the end, Christmas didn't turn out how I thought it would. It was better. And I know one new resident who has some new ideas for next year's celebration. The countdown is on, she says. The credits mercifully roll. She is subsumed into the HOA hive mind.
Evergreen Lane. Did Mum and Dad not need to release any equity from their home in order to live in Florida?
To buy a second home in Florida? Apparently not.
They're buying a house in Florida outright.
Yeah.
And just be like, oh, what should we do with the old house? Oh, let's give it to Emily. That'd be nice. Yes, it will be nice. What should we do with
that $2.6 million house? Let's just give it to our daughter.
Let's give it to Emily.
We'll buy a new $2.6 million house, cash, in Florida.
Oh, it's just...
Not getting a mortgage at our age, so we'll just...
Yeah, that'd be tiring, wouldn't it? Anyway, we'll need all our spare cash to sort of set up a new HOA.
Yeah,
there are people right now in Florida celebrating Christmas in their own way.
There are people right now in Florida living a sort of carefree existence.
Yeah, there are people down there in Florida having their families round, doing whatever they want in the run up to Christmas, instead of sort of trudging around a snowman tableau and joylessly snowball fighting,
being forced to Jared's white elephant party, where you sit in a circle and listen to him play the guitar.
Oh my God. Look.
Oh, this is maybe the worst film I've ever seen.
It just such objectionable garbage. I can't believe there's another one. The only thing I know about the other one, Haul Out the Holly lit up,
yeah,
is that it's going to introduce another family who were gone by the time of the third film.
Yeah, a family of Christmas influencers.
Yes, and then they're gone. I mean, we're not doing that film next, but like we'll have to do it at some point.
We'll have to do it at some point, yeah.
But we can't. I don't know if we'll be able to do it next Christmas, because didn't they just announce what we're doing next Christmas?
They've already. Yes, I mean we're definitely doing that.
Disney's already announced what we're doing next Christmas.
We're kind of in a Disney HOA where they tell us what we have to do and then we do it.
Yeah,
because they've announced that there's going to be a Lacey Chabert holiday movie that is being filmed inside the Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, so. We'll have to do that then, won't
we? We're definitely going to have to do that, unfortunately.
I can't wait. Okay, I think we've made our feelings very clear on this film.
Yeah, I don't think anyone can be in any doubt, having heard all that.
Unambiguous. Anyway, there you go. Happy holidays. Hope that didn't ruin it.
Yeah.
Probably did though, didn't it? Thank you everyone who got in touch to let us know various bits of Jonas Brothers treasure. I have really enjoyed the inbox. I've learned so much about the Jonas Brothers from there. They had a Disney Channel show that was just called Jonas. I've learned
Jonas.
that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've learned about the famous Macy's Day Parade performance the Jonas Brothers did, where Joe Jonas is angrily banging a trampoline,
angrily bouncing on a trampoline throughout the entire performance.
Because they started the parade and they're on a Build-A-Bear workshop float, and it's the stupidest. They're on this like baby float full of like big rotating bears, and they're there to promote a Build-A-Bear dog. And I don't know. Apparently, it was a
sex maniac. Joe Jonas wasn't into that.
Yeah,
we saw Nick Jonas's disastrous guitar solo.
Yeah.
At some music awards that caused him to flee the stage.
Yeah,
we've learned so much about the Jonas Brothers.
Thank you so much for all your treasure and Jonas lore. It's been fantastic. But we have to dedicate this feedback section to. And again, thank you. Lots of you wrote in about this as well. But the passing of Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa. That's right. It's Shang Tsung. It's Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah. Kari Hiroyuki Tagawa, absolute legend. R.I.P. He's surfing over that rainbow bridge to the afterlife, giving a hearty yee-hee as he goes.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to that, thanks to the great memories, and shouldn't have taken all those souls though when you were Shang Tsung. That was wrong.
An iconic performance. Every news report I read on this was mentioning his work as Shang Tsung and in like Oscar-winning movies, and I'm like, you're all sleeping on the really iconic performance.
real good performance.
Yeah.
Of Johnny Tsunami, and to a lesser extent Johnny Tsunami from the sequel, where it's just him wanting to bang his wife.
Yeah, and open a small business. Right, thanks very much, folks. If you want to write into the podcast, please let us know if you have thoughts on Haul Out the Holly. You can email the podcast at momcan'tcookpod@gmail.com.
That's right. If you would like extra bonus episodes of Mom Can't Cook, you can head to patreon.com/extra helpings, where we will be starting on our new series, which is Erie, Indiana, the classic Disney Channel TV series of supernatural events in a small town in Indiana, starring Omri Katz.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a real cult favourite. I can't wait to dig into it because I've heard a lot about it, but I've never seen a single episode. If you fondly remember Erie, Indiana, then this is the right time to hop onto the Extra Helpings feed.
Yeah. You also have 3 full series of the Disney Channel original TV series So Weird, which we have a deep and abiding love for.
Go check out the Extra Helpings Patreon. You can also get ad-free listening and monthly watch-alongs and like chat room access at the sous chef tier, and get your name read out in the credits of the main feed podcast if you are a chef de cuisine. Go have a look, have a browse, see if there's something there for you.
Yeah, you can also gift memberships if you forgot to get someone something for Christmas and you need a last-minute makeup gift. Then why not give them a Mom Can't Cook Extra Helpings Patreon subscription?
Perfect for your white elephant party.
Perfect for a white elephant party. Put that in an envelope, pass it around. Yep. We've got merch at momcan'tcookmerch.com. You can check that out over there if you want to get a t-shirt or something similar to wear on your body. And Luke, you're probably wondering what the next film we'll be covering is when we come back after our usual Christmas break. We will be back on the 19th of January, 2026 with Mouse Hunt.
Yay! We're gonna do Mouse Hunt. We're gonna do Mouse Hunt. I hope I've remembered Mouse Hunt accurately. Hope it's not really a bit upsetting in some way or
Is it a
other.
bit like Man vs. Baby, the new Man vs. Bee sequel?
Yeah, it's like that, except instead of a baby, it's I'll tell you what, Andy, you tell me what it's like. Read me a description of Mouse Hunt.
Fine, I will.
Mouse Hunt.
2000.
You all begged for it, and now you're getting it. That's right. It's 1997's Mouse Hunt. It is 97, isn't it? I remembered that correctly.
98. You remembered it incorrectly.
Damn.
You could not look like more of a clown.
Damn.
2 brothers discover that their dilapidated mansion is an architectural masterpiece and decide to restore and sell it. But first, they must deal with a stubborn rodent who refuses to leave the house.
Yes. And the
Directed
mouse
by Gore Verbinski.
And the mouse.
Right.
The mouse is the ghost of their dad.
Don't spoil it. I've not seen it.
Sorry. Okay.
Oh, man.
I already spoiled it. I already told you the whole plot.
I forgot all of that. Obviously, I wasn't listening or taking it. I didn't. My brain didn't classify that as useful information.
All right. Well, forget it again.
Okay, I will. I've already have.
Okay. We will be back on the 19th with Mouse Hunt. Extra Helpings will not cease, cannot cease.
That's right. Extra Helpings is ceaseless. It will never cease.
It's
still going on.
It will keep going.
If you need something to fill the gap while we're off, Extra Helpings is the place for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, right. Andy, how are you doing with my request that I gave you as your HOA king?
Bad, I'm afraid. We unfortunately talked about Haul Out the Holly for 2.5 hours.
Oh.
I tell you what, I'll just go around the crowned heads of Europe and see if I'll just show them this picture I took of you and see if anyone's interested.
Yes, a sort of inaccurate oil painting.
Yeah, it's sort of, well, it's very flattering. Yeah, you can't tell that centuries of inbreeding have led to that jaw. Merry Christmas, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, however you celebrate, and we'll see you again in the new year. Hey, HOA co-president Luke.
Hello, co-president Andy of the Chef de Cuisine HOA.
The Mom Can't Cook Chef de Cuisine HOA is going to be pretty busy at this time of year. As you know, we go all in for Christmas. And we've got a lot of events coming up. I think we should arbitrarily assign tasks to people that they have to do. And if they don't do them, we'll fine them.
I think so. There'll be no spending time with your families in the run-up to Christmas, all of you chefs de cuisine. We've got important jobs for you to do to better the neighbourhood.
Yes. For example, our book monster, Carl the Jedi, Alex and Daly and Bailey too, Jeebus Piers-Jones, Purple Disarray, Prince Reynard, Danny Cap, Tim Craven and Will Pohoretsky, you'll be sewing together the holiday tapestry. That's right.
That's lovely.
It's going to be a huge tapestry depicting Christmas events, and at the centre of it all, Luke and I being bought gifts of the Magi. Get to it!
Get to it! Adam, Cuddy, Ruth, Angel Beat, Danny Bowyer, Christoph, Jambo Number 5, Andy's parents, Travelling Chips Salesman, Liz L, Gurney Halleck, and Seish. You'll be constructing a prison, a sort of festive brig for HOA violators, so we can just sort of put them in there over the festive season if anyone's snowman is, the coal is not perfectly circular or something.
Snow is too cold.
Snow is too cold, we can just slam them in there.
Yeah, don't forget the pillory.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Help them with fruit.
Never would.
Who have we got next? Courtney Rail, Andrea Pallas, Lucas Johnson, Ethan Pearson, Z-Man, Autumn Holloway, Mike Kavanagh, Zora Stingray and Andy Meany. You will be putting together the Snowman murder mystery.
Ooh.
That's right. There's going to be a tableau out in the street of a snowman murder mystery. It needs to be an intricately plotted scene with one solution that is work-outable by people paying attention. I don't want to just see a snowman with a dagger stuck in its back. I want a Knives Out mystery out here in snow.
Yes.
Get going.
It should be twice as long as the recent Knives Out.
And one of the snowmen should look exactly like Daniel Craig.
Exactly, and if possible, do his voice.
Oh, I'm a snowman. Oh,
yeah. Hey, is Benoit Blanc on the podcast? Okay, Will Thomas, E.T., John Sharplin, Adam Steele, Chris Pryor, Crescentia Che, Alan St. George, Anna Petahova, and Tilly Everoa. I'm tasking you with constructing a grand reindeer escape room. That's right, the reindeer are trying to escape. It's up to you to stop them.
It's usually how that works, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It will be like a sort of pen for reindeer, sure. But you'll sort of have, they'll be trying to escape.
Puzzles.
Yeah. And these reindeers are like super strong. Also, the reindeers will all be Ned Broadhead and the Broadhead family dressed up as reindeer, and they'll all have chainsaws.
Great stuff. Love that. Jack Fabian, Danny Ward, Kyle Bain, Minnie, Hypermole, Paul Stokes, Quinn is Teething, Blake, and Eclair. You will be putting together Santa's Putting Green. That'll be a sort of Santa-themed mini golf experience. If you could put that on my lawn, I'd appreciate that. Quick as possible, please. Please make this priority one. Thank you.
The Monk Snowy Owl Limited Patience Brackets Kiz, Clint Hannah Lopez, Carl Cleve, Hef, Daniel Rogers, Andrew the Osteogent, and Adam Snig. As you know, I will be playing Santa in the HOA festivities this year. Mm-hmm. It's a very prestigious role. And I'm going to need all hands on deck to make sure that it goes off well. So I'm going to need you lot to tease Santa's beard. You'll use fine small combs to tease my Santa beard and make sure that it is as fluffy and as festive as possible.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget the oil. It's important. Richard Martin, a lettuce merman, Adam Morse, Dave Goddard, popular character Travis, Chunga Bunga Bango Bynes, Brendan Brazer, Who Needs to Sleep, and Keith Hall. You will be in charge of the construction of the Gingerbread Wendy's. This will be a fully functional Wendy's restaurant staffed by sentient gingerbread people who will create replicas of the Wendy's menu items made out of gingerbread. I expect it by noon.
Nurse Jake, Business Corgi, Simon Gamsel, Ryan Medema, Paul Murphy 85, Cara Dennison, Julian Rundlet, I Await Mouse Hunt, and Clarky the Bearded Coach Driver. I'm looking here at my freshly teased beard, and it's acceptable. But what about Santa's famous hat? It needs needle felting. Take tiny needles and make sure that the felt is perfectly flawless. That's right, work on Santa's hat. Make me the best Santa.
Next up, we have Ben from Finance, Moist Drippings, Philip Stevens, Smashed Savannah Burger Boys and Girl, The Best of Rue Left Hours Ago, Sarah Mattox, Michael Saul, Hannah Kirchner, and Michael Olsen. You will be in charge of setting things up for the expedition to the pole. That's right, we need a team of stout fellows to head up to the pole and retrieve Santa Claus for us. Many of you will be lost to the elements, but that is the sacrifice that I'm willing to make if it means we get the real Santa Claus here to stand next to Luke's teased beard and realise his isn't as good. That's what we're going for.
Oh my Duchess, Ash, Chase Baker, Cropolio, Paul Stevens, Louise Lola, Matt S, Johnny T's weed dealer, brackets freshly unemployed, and A.D. Muller. Your responsibility is, well, I've been heard through the HOA grapevine that Ned Broadhead also wants to play Santa.
What?
So I need you to go to his house and give him a holly jolly leg breaking. That's right.
Hit his legs with sticks.
Hit his legs with sticks until there's basically nothing left of the leg.
Yeah.
And that should settle Ned's hash.
That should teach him the real meaning of Christmas. And finally, Lord of the Salt Doctrine, Tony B, Michael Hayden, Brandon Plesh, Elizabeth, Homemade Mask, and C. Hunter, you will be doing the annual festive holly jolly elves cleaning of my house. Everyone is to go inside and just clean it up and make it look nice as part of the festivities.
Check your HOA contract. It's all in there.
Check your HOA contract. Send us your checks for $600. And happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays, everyone.